right? Oyster level 1,
Yeah.
you're not doing anything. You are not stepping up there. And now the response, I mean, fighting fire with fire here. Credit to 369. This was how they wanted to use their counter pick, right? They could have gave it to Crisp. They could have gave it to support. Instead, it's
the Aurora is a big deal. It sets up nicely for Jekyllov as well, as in they go again.
Like going Peanut here, level 6. Kanavi might try to kick this one off, but Ezreal hasn't taken any damage. An excellent interrupt from Peanut. Hard read on Kanavi, but now the fight coming through. Oyster, no level 6 means he's easy picking. Jekyllov gonna try to pick up the kill, but he doesn't have any mana. Kanavi now running. Jekyllov caught in the 1v1, forced to flash out.
We also see Zeus and 369 are still, okay, there was a
level 6 for the light, hoping to get the ulti, and they do manage to get it initially. Aftershock there, but Crisp too damn tanky. Now the ulti comes in from Viper. It's a little bit wide. Peanut finding the knockback into the wall. Kanavi locked up once again. They managed to walk out of the ulti coming in from Jekyllov as well, but still good damage going down. Ulti again coming in from Kanavi, but they managed to find the kill. Viper still in touch for now, but Jekyllov doesn't finish a kill. Zeka on the way up. The slide, the glide, the flash available. He can find the angle, but doesn't need to. Crisp taken out as well. TES try to rinse and repeat, but Oyster's level 6. That was not easy.
So much of that gold did go, and this is what we were talking about in the LPL. Jekyllov did kind of just wreck Viper, right? And this is including the year where Viper won Worlds on EDG.
Something that has to be respected. But Jekyllov, Crisp, Kanavi, like the play on the top side, just 3 grubs earlier. Now grabbing the Drake as well. 3 kills. Yeah, they're very close to the defeats.
Going to equalize the objectives here. 3-3, 1-1 in Grubs and Dragons respect. Oh, the TP, they're looking to dive in.
Up target to dive. Do not want to give up feats, but top lane tower already set to fall. Peanut keeping the wave away from the tower. Cream on the way down. Peanut probably going to drop here. Ulti in, the weird and good amount of damage, trying to finish him off. Ulti goes down from Cream as well, and it looks like they're going to try to walk away. Zeka going in, goes for the pushback, catches Kanavi, now trying to walk away in the meantime. Top lane tower, crucially, still standing. Neither side have claimed feats yet, but if this tower goes down, it will go to HLE.
Might be in trouble here. Does have his sums.
Exhaust. Just taking time with the slow, walk in, waiting for the pole to flash over. Clean patience on the combo. HLE grab another. HLE poking. TS not too scared yet. TP in.
There's a commitment.
Now HLE can start to step forward with a bit more confidence, knowing that they're matched out. Weird and connecting on Peanut. I mean, not the ideal target. Kanavi, it might just come down to the 50-50. Will they concede this one? He goes back in, manages to get it. That's the piece of warfare. Chris instantly over the wall. Viper off to the side, but it's a little bit awkward because here comes Zeus. One taken down, a second to follow. Feats of warfare secured, but it cost them.
Peanut is doing this alone, and I think that they should be able. Kanavi, obviously, no way to really get here quickly, but that's TS. They're not going to give it to him for free.
Trying to make the fast play. Cream getting chunked, but 369 is a big threat with that ulti. 2K getting lower. 369 debating where to go.
Very negligible, and the TS composition as highlighted.
Every trade is even, but in the greater context of the last minute of play, it's not too bad. Ruinous Otacon has spawned on the top side of the map. Kanavi finding Peanut. Peanut gonna try to make it through the wall. 369 committed to taking the jungle.
Side that he doesn't want to give his life for a crab.
Tough call, sometimes it's worth. Now, Zeus off to the side, gonna stun up Crisp. Kanavi trying to keep things going. Eyes on Jekyllov and that ulti. Where is it going to go? Has to wait until all the CC is gone. Gets a decent chunk. Here comes Cream, but not hitting the ideal target. Zeka finally gonna get involved in the fight. Cream now trying to make his way out. 369 going in, but he doesn't get much done. The stun still landing from Zeus as he gets taken out. 2 down on the top side for HLE. Here,
they don't want to full commit to this. They were the ones that were very clearly looking for that, and it feels reminiscent of what we saw in the top.
Starting the objective. Cream on the flank, crucially, has not been spotted yet. They'll see him now as Zeka's TPing back in. Looking for the angle off to the side, stopping the cannon from getting in. Zeus into the back line, blocking up Jekyllov. Keeping him following the pill, but now Jekyllov can fire back with an ulti of his own. Cream in the midst of the entire team. Viper still standing, Zeka still standing. The rest of TES running. In goes the cow! Down go TES! 369 running. Kill the Viper. Baron, Otacon. They're spoiled for choice. They'll get whatever they want for HLE.
And the game that was balancing on a knife's edge suddenly tilts heavily in the favor of Hanwha Life. That was a Life immediately gets the setup. Zeka marks Scream, and look at the light as well, ensuring that 369 doesn't actually get the flank.
To set up for some kind of combo. It's just difficult to play the game out. And certainly, the name of the game right now is survival. 1.5 minutes left on this Baron, 3 more waves to play with.
Yeah, we're also getting to the point in the game where the gold lead on the Vi isn't going to feel nearly as good as we're just looking at these 5v5. Zeus possibly a target here, but he backed off in time, and we see TES hovering very heavily towards the top side of the map. I don't think they're going to be looking to contest the Dragon that's spawning, but seemingly Hanwha Life also not too interested. Wanted to make sure that they get these turrets before that Baron buff times out. Zeka, he's just always biding his time. He's waiting.
The wall wants to get two, and he'll find them. Patient Hunter finds the prey. And now TS might just be out of this one. Delight keeping the fight going, knowing doesn't want to give them a chance to clear the waves. HLE keeps pushing. Zeus is here. The counter-strike over the wall. Aurora can't even get into the ulti to escape. HLE bloodthirsty. Not looking to give this one up. Knocking down Christmas. Somehow Peanut gets the kill credit.
Flashes his penguin. And with the Baron buff, that's going to be it. Hanwha Life, their track record in game ones remains as strong as it always has been.
Kanavi Q flash. Just to show that he can. HLE, back and forth game. It was so damn close right up until it wasn't. HLE find the fight, they find the objectives, they find the pick, and they take game one.
2 more of those. Thank you very much. As Hanwha Life, after a long and drawn-out fight, just continuously, we saw the poking and prodding. The TES, they couldn't break the armor.
They absolutely could not. 1 or 2 good looks. Picks did not come through. But at the end of the day, that's only game 1. We're going to be back with game 2 shortly. In the meantime, we're going to send it to a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
That combo is there. As what is Zeka going to play as?
Okay. Look, you see the composition locked in. Galio is off the board. You don't have to worry about that taunt. I think the cask still makes things tough.
Okay,
the Nocturne point and click.
Like, you're not going to see this one coming. That's a Nocturne.
This is a psycho play, though. They're going to full commit the flash forward. The handshake doesn't hit. Kanavi level 3 on the way and flash forward with the fear. Wants to lock up Viper. Gets pushed back into the tower. Oh, that's a disaster. Will walk away at the very least, but this is miserable for Kanavi because the whole now Viper's the one paying the price, though. On the bottom side, they isolate. They try to push the advantage more. Chris hoping to get the reset. They get the reset indeed, and TES.
He's here, though. I want to look to contest. Peanut did smite the first one, so it doesn't have an angle as Zeka.
Zeka on the flank, level 6 is there. Jackulov might be in trouble, trying to lock him down. Steadfast presence as well. Jackulov about to get taken out. The reset won't come through as Peanut flashes to safety. Now Cream is here, level 6. Shockwave, not gonna get used. Dash out as Peanut, low health bar, has to be careful here. Kanavi gonna wander in and smite a grub. Extended play, Cream still with ulti.
Health bars are low, I think.
Level 5 for Kanavi.
I don't want to just peace out, and it looks like it is going to be the case. Peanut maybe trying to look for a spear.
Really confident here. Is going to get locked up by Kanavi. The shuriken flip connects from Zeka. Void Grubs will
lively find an angle as Delight on the flank.
Delight fishing for that flank. Objective likely to fall in favor of TES as no one is here, but now they're moving up. Seeing the TP on the bottom side. Push back. Zeus in the midst of the entire team immediately going to Delight trying to buy a bit more space. The damage is there on Zeus though. Extra healing coming in, but it's not enough. Jackie Love taking one. Body slam flash from 369. Shuriken flip out.
Look for a steal here. Getting into that pit is going to be very tough.
We don't even have a first major item completion for any carry on the Rift. We're 11 minutes in. Anyone who's watched the LCK remembers how good Zeus is at this pick. You might also remember Zeka as he goes all in on Cream on the bottom side. Follow up there from Peanut, zoning Cream back to the HLE side of the map. Shockwave, but not going to do much. Tries to get some damage down.
I think that salvages the play. As we are looking on this Akali.
All to the bot side of the map. Level 8 for Kanavi as Zeka. Going to be forced to flee. Running him down.
Does a flash. The Jackie Love's there.
Zeka trying to get out. Flash away to safety. Initial damage comes in. Trying to get out. Goes invisible. Meant for a dive. It could get messy fast.
I think they can just kill the turret though.
Him on the way down, but Zeka wants to fight for it.
There it is.
It might cost him though. The chase now coming in. Spell shield there. The fear waiting. The handshake comes out. Now he's been taunted. He's starting to hit Zeus. Zeka in trouble. And the fight's going to keep going. Jackie Love can just dance around Zeus. But can he find the Q3? The flash. Jackie Love cannot do it. He zooms out. World Ender to safety. Chris praying for the handshake, but he does not find it. And that's just a Zeus diff right there.
These two teams are just skill checking each other time after time. Zeka going in there is like, Zeus, we can outplay this. He gives his life. And I gotta say, I think he could have also just backed off as Kanavi.
Staying way too long. Peanut on the hunt now. Turns the lights out, gets the healing. It's not enough.
A very, very troubled history of this champion as well, right? Obviously losing to it in 2022, and it kind of made it his job.
CES, happy to have that play despite losing a kill, because setup control is here. Herald will fall.
Oh, we do have Zeka on the flank. I think maybe learning from his mistakes.
Ooh, goes in the Shroud. Has to stay here until the ulti expires. Trying to get tricky with it. Dashes through. Shockwave there. Zeka gonna get taken down. Wants to take Cream with him, but the damage not quite there. Will fall. Good patience in the Shroud does mean that the rest of his team can respond with a mid lane tower. They'll lose the life outplayed. The second play is they got a turret mid, and they're going to get a tower bot as well. And now 369 may have overcommitted. Ulti connecting. Cask pushing Viper back, and he's trying to zoom out to safety, but Peanut's on the hunt. Kanavi there to interrupt. Wants to flash in. Goes forward to the blast. Go in the body. Moment to breathe before Zeka inevitably ults forward again. Like, Gold is dead even. Herald about to come in mid lane and crash. Things are pretty close, but second item's now completed for Jackie. He's going to be a terror. It's the same story for Viper as the siege starts in the mid lane.
I think Zeka's going to deep TP. Oh my god.
The man knows one way, and it is forward. Zeka on the flank, and he can find these kills. 1.5 items completed.
Oh god!
Ulti ready to go. Lights turned out. Cream trying to disengage. Beautiful ulti from Viper. The ball coming in from Delight. Jackie Love isolated by Zeka crucially. Viper going with the wall, but Kanavi finding the 1v1 versus Viper. About to take Viper down. Zeka trying to finish the kill on Jackie, but Jackie's still standing. This is a struggle with the dive, but it's the ult down from Delight. Jackie's still going. Jackie flashing out. Zayas' ulti expiring. It's a bloodbath, back and forth. Kanavi taking out Viper solo.
They just get to sit there and basically serve them up to Zeka with these cues from both Nidalee,
Delight,
the Varus, and there we go, another.
Is Kanavi ready for this one? Ulti knocks him out of the pit. Jackie Love now running. Peanut needs to get in and smite this, but there's still so many spears. 400 HP. They managed to take it.
Map, and you can see Hanwha Live. Someone's always looking for a flank.
Watch out onto 369. Flash trying to get to safety, but a lot of cooldowns burned as HLE smell blood in the water. Spear onto Jackie Love, bit of poke. Ulti in, the combo there, but it's only going to hit Delight, the flash back, what you called out earlier. Now Kanavi the one in trouble. In the meat grinder, Zaya sidestep on the ulti. Reset coming through, but no one is going to drop. Shut down there. HLE deleting TES. They bait the cooldowns. They force the fight. Domination in the mid lane.
The game is dead even, and then they get a 5.
Even to 3K gold lead.
We were
I said
there,
no one has feats. They're just about to grab feats.
Engage from 369, right? Like knocking everyone out of the team fight, or a multi-man combo. Maybe, as you point out, you do just let go.
For Zeka on his way to his third, on his way to that death cap. Cool. Ulti.
They can just do this. Like the cooldown is basically nothing.
Another Q gonna connect. Knock up there. Nocturne now going in, trying to catch out Viper, but will it be enough? They can't finish the kill again. The option does not work. Chris trying to find the disengage. Zeka still standing. Zeka trying to make his way out. Jackie Love needs a kill for the reset. He cannot find it. He will not be bailed out. And now Zayas is on the hunt, looking to end the dreams of TES in this first series. The cask is there for 369, but it is too little. It is too late. HLE don't have a wave, but they can take whatever they want.
And TES, a final Hail Mary, not going the way that they were hoping to. That sixth game, the third game in this series, seems further away than ever, Dracos.
That it does. The windows of opportunity, I think it's just unplayable.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't. It would take a miracle. And that miracle might be Zeka going way too far forward, but the rest of the HLE is now here to follow. Forcing the ulti out, fall up there. Zeka giving his life in the exchange. A little too eager. Delight going back over the wall alongside Kanavi. Peanut now going to follow, but it's Zeus who's isolated. 3 members collapsing on him. Looking to trade one back as Kanavi will finally go down. Zeus living for a damn long time. Trying to find that kill back onto Jackie Love. Death Stance is there. Viper on a rampage. And Zeus refusing to die. This man's Aatrox is untouchable. Double coming through. HLE looking to finish it with a clean 2-0.
And Jackie Love, he keeps stacking spears, but it's just not doing enough. Zeus stands tall. Zeka definitely made some aggressive decisions in this game, but guess what? If the Nexus falls, get away with it, and a 2-0 here for Hanwha Live, cementing themselves again. Tournament favorites. What a incredible build-up to 2 deflating team fights. 5-0, 2 times in a row.
Look, man, HLE are scary. They know exactly when they can go in. They punished TES multiple times. The Callista, a massive threat, a huge gold lead for Jackie, but in the mid-game, they just dissected that pick. They did not give them the 5v5s, the opportunity for that Callista to front to back.
And it's the team fighting that's the big difference. And that was what Kanavi and 369 excelled on why JDG got so close to the golden row, why that team was nigh unstoppable. Them and Knight, I think, on an absolutely incredible run in that year. And it was the team fighting that, when it actually came to the execution of these 5v5s, Hanwha Life just got the better of them in a pretty aggressive fashion.
Outclassed them in both series. Played around the opportunities, the angle for success. The TDS had drafted and just outmaneuvered. Delight as well. Oyster, the signature pick, weathered the early laning phase, was a monster. Poppy was a monster. Might have given up a kill on bottom side as he left his AD, but otherwise, flawless game.
And Peanut, talking with the coaching staff. Zeka, talking to Mowgli earlier as well, who of course was there with him in 2022. And the light, when that guy gets to play Engage supports, the amount of double knockups he got in that game, knocking away Kanavi to ensure that they got the early dragon as well. It's a pleasure to watch Hanwha play. I can't wait. I already can't wait for the rematch.
Best of 5. Yes.
Best of 5.
Best of 5. But also just how they're going to look against everyone else. What else they've got cooking on a brand new patch. Like, this is only the start. This is only 2 best of 3s, brand new patch, no lane swaps. There's so much more.
So they're actually gone. We've been freed. It's been a year and a half.
What is this final pick? As it's Oyster to be picked here for the bottom lane, as the Karma will be flexed.
Yeah. So, Kaiwing does have that proclivity for the engaged, melee supports, and so they are going to rotate it up to the top side.
It's being channeled already. And you can see that Zeus is doing a good job of just actually trying to take the 1v1 here against Rest, which generally is not going to go too well for him. But still is able to push him away from the wave and also thin out the wave a little bit. Not able to do it enough, though, as now here comes the entire party. The flash on into Zeus. He's just going to flash away up the wave, as now the Harpoon here on the rest, but he's still in a 1v3. We do have Peanut trying to make his way up, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late. This should be first blood onto one of these guys. Is finally the level up, but it doesn't matter. First blood does go over to Jinja. And again, this guy is making impact right at the beginning of the game.
Oh, here we go, though.
Honku! Oh, no, he's the one getting bullied.
Arrow for lane dominance and a health trade, but Peanut's up top side, and there's the ult.
Yeah, there we go. That's the Rumble and the Vine. You see Jinja's here. He's like, what do? I can't go in. I can't really get out. Here is now. He doesn't quite have the clone. Has to go for the Cyclone. As now we see Honku is making his way up, maybe trying to look for a 2v2, but Jinja is already so low. Honku gonna push them over the wall. Peanut is quite low himself, but the last hit, he is gonna take down the jungler of CFO, and now Honku all alone, and even Zeka's gonna get the first roam on up. A massive lead in this early game. We're only 10 minutes in. They're more than 2,000 gold ahead.
All right.
Maybe this is the opportunity, as that is not support Karma, but still she's only got a lost chapter. Can she do anything? As here comes the equalizer. Rest is already almost dead as Peanut and Viper are here. And they're even going to use the Season's Assist into Doggo, as there's nowhere for him to go. They hand over the...
And Zeus was able to mine some turret plate money off the bottom side by a very quick rotation from HLE, so it's like, it's not only...
Instead, but Peanut is keeping watch.
Yeah, I wouldn't give anything.
Oh, gonna hit the clone. Nice clone here, but at the same time, you're not gonna have that engaged now as they go in onto the Wukong and Jinja. There's just nowhere for him to go. They just go all in onto him, and the follow-up is there. Kaiwing can't get away from Viper, but Viper will let him go. CFO, Honku, he's trapped. He wants to make something of this. He goes in for the sweep, as now maybe something, maybe one kill can go over to CFO, but the answer is absolutely not in this fight at least, as Rest also will be baited into it and goes down.
Will take from them everything. They will not give a single thing over to CFO. Thankfully, CFO did get their...
In Hanwha Esports' favor, as they have been given the majority of the plates in this one. As now, CFO trying to fight over this area of the map as well, maybe looking for the Rift Herald, but you see Hanwha Esports going in for the fight once again. They want Jinja. They're not quite going to get him, as he does get out here, but the follow-up in onto Honku, and that's a Yone. Zika's like, thank you very much, I'll get into that fight if you'd like me to. As the sweep came in, he just goes back to his Unbound Soul, and CFO just have to run away injured. As
They
we do
spy a bird.
They do spy a bird here, as Hanwha should be going down as well. And you can see this lane economy snapshot powered by MasterCard. It's just growing larger and larger for the side of Hanwha Esports. As Zeka is just killing a turret in top. They don't even need him for the fight in the jungle.
CFO, they did kill Peanut, though.
They did.
They did kill Peanut. That was a shutdown. It was nice focus as well once again. They initially were trying to chunk Jinja out of the team fight, the Wukong. CFO, they at least got some money, and the shutdown did go over to Karma.
And by the way, Hanwha's just dying in live as this is happening. That is now his 5th.
To push these games so quickly and farm kills, but Kaiwing wants to go back to the snap.
You see Zeka actually tried to Q3 over the wall there. Kaiwing is going to headbutt him back into the Cyclone, but that's just a dead Wukong instead. Zeka going 1v4. Surely he goes down here to these 3 as he gets a 3-man knockup once again and finally the sweep and rest. They finally take down the Yone as Delight is side lane pushing with his buddies as they look for more and more objectives.
It's okay though. That's shutdown number 2, Valdez. They got another one. Zeka is good for 1 in the 4v1, you know, as he kills Jinja, who went back over with very low HP. And you already kind of mentioned that their base took a little hit, a slight hit.
It's just 1 inhibitor out of the 3, so you know it's not even more than half.
It's a little drafty down there being open, but Peanut caught on the blue buff.
Yes, caught.
Really caught?
Totally caught unawares here as his brothers Viper and Delight help him out. We got the TP coming in. Doggo is just pretty much dead meat in this one. Dies to the buy as meanwhile Viper's kiting it out against 2. It just gets worse from here as even Zeka is adding insult to injury. They didn't need Zeus this time as he was just TPing to the top side. They look for the Karma as well. Rest probably survives here, I say, as in goes Peanut flashing for the kill onto Rest. He is not done just yet as Peanut will go down and Rest will survive for now.
I mean, like the Karma's getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, getting real fed in this one.
Answer me that, huh?
We were not going to play the replay where the Karma gets the kill. We were just going to avoid that one. She's getting a little bit too strong. The Otacon into the fight by himself, as meanwhile Zeus and Viper are also coming up here. And Jinja is like, okay, I have escorted my team away from this one. We want to back away. But here comes Delight, and now the equalizer is pretty nice on top of Rest, and Hanwha is so low in this one, and Doggo, he eased over the wall as the fight is very much broken up. Jinja is going to be going down as well. 3 people left, and the ult is back up here for Zeka, and he's going to catch Rest as well. Hanwha just trying to get away from this one, just trying to survive, but Zeus says, no, I want more blood. I haven't had enough kills here as he picks up his 5th. I think Hanwha Esports will just take the Nexus now, Gobi.
Okay, so no Baron in this game. No Baron at all. HLE looking to take a dominant game number 1.
Yeah, this one was a game of League of Legends that we did have. 12,000 gold the lead as Hanwha Esports dominates CFO here in game number 1. It was an absolute crushing defeat. We'll see if they can come back in game number 2.
Yeah, if CFO, they can take solace in the fact that HLE are probably going to dominate a lot of teams at this tournament and a lot of games.
Absolutely. Hanwha Esports, the favorites. They prove it again here in game number 1 with a dominant victory. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back with game number 2.
For us.
Oh, really?
Yeah! Yes!
Oh my God! It's happening, Zed!
Yes! What in the... Yo, stats team, give me... I need a stats team. So, he doesn't have his top lane priority, and his mid lane's getting pushed in too, but he goes for the smite fight.
Yeah, that's going to go the way of Peanut here, and Peanut is not scared to go for the fight, especially with the Zed, but he's actually losing the fight here. He goes for the heal. He flashes away, but Jinja is still going to get it. He does give the kill over to Zeka, though, who will pick up double buff, as now Hanwha low on mana. Zeka, he's on the hunt, as he doesn't have much more than a shuriken, though. He's eating stones straight to the face. There you go, Hanwha.
We got the extra one, and we will split grubs.
Yeah, just a split grub situation, 2 for 1.
On over to the dragon as well, and keep those ones rolling.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, you think about their team.
Vladimir, that does have flash, and I wonder if he used pool already. Nope.
Oh, there's the pool. Kaiwing not going to hit the stun on this one, but he is at least going to land the E onto him. Kaiwing does take a bunch of that damage, so very nicely done.
Jungle and the support to follow. Wait a second.
Driver's really trying to make this kill onto Viper happen. Right now, he's just got a Catalyst and a Tear, so he doesn't actually do damage, Driver. He's just dying to MF, and Peanut's here.
Yeah, the big problem there, ultimate used offensively. You really want that for defense.
Speaking of offensive ultimates, as in goes Zeka once again, as there is the Kindred ultimate just barely to save his life. Peanut failing on the dive, but he is going to stay alive, and it might not be a fail at the end of it all. As Zaku comes in, Viper, though, will be traded out. As at least
range of tower by hovering against the wall long enough that he still gets his counter kill.
Yeah, so Peanut did smite away one of the grubs here as they go in for the fight. They're not going to hit all too much, but everybody else groups into the rel. Here comes Doggo from the top side, though. Zeka going in for the dive once. Junja not going to get him just yet. So many low health bars here on the side of CFO, and Peanut is going to get away. Here comes Zeus over the wall, just going to pull the shove, and will not take the damage, but does take the follow-up. What Q might save him, but it's not going to happen as Hanwha lives against Zeka, who misses the shuriken. Here comes Doggo, flashing on into a Zed, not scared of anything, but guess what? The R is up, and it's available again! Zeka goes for it again! Gets the kill! And the last auto from
Beans here. Okay. Grub fight is not fair.
Wait, I think we missed something, Kobe. There's a Gragas in the top lane. Meanwhile, there is a dive onto a rel. Delight wants to turn it around, but he's not going to be able to. Oh, he's going to have the way of HLE, so that is going to be their second Drake of the game, you can see.
To make this attempted play. Of course, Zeus does have his teleport, so Vladimir could also join.
Yeah, it looks like he might just do that. Here's the wall, there's the TP, and a very nice engage comes in from Delight once again, but the Kindred ult is there to try to save them. They're all invulnerable. The follow-up comes in from the Vlad, though, as Zeus gets the big kill on that backline. We do see Zeus just running in their backline, getting so much down, and Driver looking for Peanut, but he's not quite going to be able to get it down. He just pops away on the Mega Blast Cone, and Driver is all alone here. 1v2. Peanut is very low, although he is kind of kiting him out here, kind of playing with the Gragas a little bit. Gonna eat a Q, though, and does back away. But the Rift Herald secured, and this first turret should go the way of Hanwha Life as well.
Yeah, even though it was like, it didn't look
They're gonna try to use this pressure to take down this mid turret, which in fact they will. The side lanes, Kobe, you were mentioning,
as we mentioned in Champ Select, is going to be a really big problem later, and we are later.
Yeah, about that. They need to do something about the Vladimir, but Zeus is and throws stuff at him, and the Vlad doesn't care at all.
Well, getting richer by the seconds. Split pushing bottom while they go for the dragon fight here. Junja.
Oh, the engage not going to land there from the side of Kaiwing, and there you go. Peanut will secure the smite onto this one, and again, this 1v1, it's just looking worse and worse for Driver. Another Empower Q going to hit him as the Rift Herald pushing on in, and Zeus is just looking for the dive. Driver has to flash away from it, but even the ult nearly takes his head off. As Driver at this moment does not quite exist in the side lane. In goes Delight, maybe a little bit sideways there as down he will go. Junja nearly pays for it, but does throw in the ult. As Zeka looking for the dive, does pop away. As will that Ignite get the kill? The shurikens flying around him. Yeah, just run away from him whenever you see the scary vampire
Or go
guy.
right to this face.
I mean, this is the thing. He's got a slow onto Zeus. Zeus, he's got help. He's got Peanut here, and heals come in. He flashes into the two of them. It's just like, why did you bait me into this one? I gotta flash away now. But nobody's actually going to approach this on the side of CFO. So they just give it up. Flowers will be taken here by Hanwha Life Esports. And just think about what that's going to do for the extra levels, the extra damage.
Think about that. Just might fight here or something, but Zeus is teleporting in, so run!
Oh my God!
Run!
Wait, Doggo, you're going the wrong way. He runs towards the Vlad. They're trying to take down Delight, but they all get grouped up into the rel instead. And you know what? Vlad loves when you're grouped up against it. Finally, Junja gonna throw out the Kindred ultimate, but who really cares about that? He survives for a bit longer, but the rest of the team just dies alongside of him. And Hanwha Life Esports will take the fight and the dragon. And it's looking like a 2 here today, Kobe.
Yeah, and the Baron, I'll wager. I'll put a lot on
it. That probably they would take down this objective. Kaiwing now ultless with his Solar Flare on cooldown, trying to just walk his way in as Yeah, Jinja not even able to get in range. So that is just going to be a free Baron over to the side of Hanwha Esports, and CFO now a bit caught. He's going to do a combo onto a Vlad, but you know, Talia not very good against the Vlad, I'll tell you that, as in goes Zeus. He's got backup for the team. The triple kill comes in from Zeus, and he's looking for a bit more, as, yeah, they're just going to get that kill over to Viper instead, as it is the ace from the side of Hanwha Life, and that might just be the game right here, right now.
Certainly will be, right through the top lane. HLE with Baron, with the Dragon Soul, looking at the 2-0 clean victory.
A very clean one at that, and they did it with a Vladimir top and a Zed in the mid lane. If you missed this game, definitely go ahead and check out the replay because it was a very fun one with those two picks. A super dominance game from Hanwha Esports as they continue to prove that they are the tournament favorites here at First Stand.
Yeah, looking to pump up those fearless stats too with unique champions picks. I like it.
It's a good idea, you know? You make those champion pools even larger.
Plus, I like it because there was a reason for it, you know?
Yeah.
Both good matchups to pick them into, so really nicely done. Bit of a flex.
Yeah, they were definitely flexing.
Silas. Okay.
Wow, is the Aurora top and the Silas mid?
Ah, okay.
I mean, we don't know yet. Of course, the ability is that you can flex them both. I mean, Zeka is the...
Feels really good for Peanut in that type of situation, as Zeka just says, all right, thank you very much. Orbital Laser now locked in with the stolen Leona ulti. Vladdy shoves him back a little bit here. Peanut is going to clear a ward away, but Targamas wants to flash follow. Zeka's in danger, and Vladdy gets one back. KC are on the board. Will pass one another like ships in the night down here towards that bottom side river as the third Void Grub is stolen away. Callista's managed to grab it, and now KC's got more men. Viper's got to try to get out as he flashes back over the pit, but it's not going to matter. Kana's in hot pursuit. Viper gets knocked the wrong way, but he's still living. Too much confidence there. It was a really just uncareful path through the mid lane that got him caught. Now, as the Chains of Corruption from Viper set it up for the slam into the wall from Delight. One more shot from Viper gets it done with a rain of arrows. Damage, but does tag him with a weirding. A teleport showing up as HLE getting back away. Delight in some danger, gonna get cooked up by Kana as Peanut heads all the way out of town. Ball breaker ready to charge up, go right back in against him, but Vladdy has arrived here with the Weaver's Wall. Kana still in danger, flash in, coming out from Zeus. Another TP is about to arrive. Very low HP on Peanut, but the
Some of the grubs.
all right, first grub secured by KC. Peanut hanging out on the back side of the pit. Second one, Yike should have this one taken care of as well. That's already 4 for the side of KC, and it looks like it's going to be a 5-to-1 grub split for Karmine.
Chile have those advantages, and it's starting to mount in the gold as well. We look back at this skirmish that happened on the top side of the map. Delight looks like he should have been killed here.
Yeah.
Kana doesn't have the ultimate available, which is crucial because they don't quite have the damage. Peanut going back in, gets the ultimate off, buffers the stun with that ulti, but then the TP comes through and KC's just saying, you know what, we have to disengage. Vladdy's thinking to himself, maybe I can get that kill.
Both hanging around in the tri-brush here as Yike wanted to check and see. Immediately ejected though, and Delight flashes forward, ready to slam Vladdy back into the turret. HLE surging.
How low that tower is, but given that KC have committed their members on the bot side, now they have to set their sights on this bot tower themselves.
Yeah, Zeus and Delight will be assigned to try to defend it, but they are backing away now. It is a 4-man effort from KC moving towards the tier 1. Targamas dropping everything here on Zeus as Yike is ready to jump in immediately here with a crescent sweep. Knocks him back, beautifully done. KC got one, and they're gonna get the second.
Spent on that last play.
Yeah.
Committing to this would just be a little bit too much.
Yeah, I feel like trying to go to the Rift Herald at this point is just conga lining in there when it's probably already been claimed, so just guarantee the death here. Shelly rears back, Shelly goes forward, turret goes down. They won't get the Zeka here in the mid lane. The tier 1 turret for HLE will not fall yet, as it looks like everybody is coming to town to scrap for Drake number 3. It'll be Soul Point if KC gets it, and that would be absolutely huge. But HLE wants to stop it. Zeka wants to go over the wall, but he misses the second part of the E. The Dragon's down to 1,300, but it ain't dead yet. Secured by Peanut, and Targamas is down. Waves from taking the tier 1 turret of HLE. Now some more trouble for KC, as Yike once again, you said it, Vedius. Delight has a bead drawn on this guy, and there's the kill.
KC are going to struggle to answer this as Zeka acts as gatekeeper.
Yeah, Zeka not afraid to jump in, immediately force Kana away. Zeka knows that he has the stolen Crescent Guard as well, makes it so easy to engage in what looks like a 1v1. Then even if it's not a fair fight, boom, press R, Xin Zhao ulti, disengage. It's Otacon secured for the side of HLE.
And now the landscape of the game is very different because that level advantage that Hanwha Life have built thanks to that Otacon is massive. You look across the board, just clearing out vision. Yike, a poor place to back. Callisto.
Oh, Kalist not where he wants to be. Make them feel the pressure in the side lanes at the same time. And there's Vladdy immediately committing the Weaver's wall up into the top side to try to save the turret, but it's not going to matter because Zeka has already claimed it. Now back in the bottom side river, Zeus tags Targamas with the weirding. Peanut jumping right back over to where the rest of his team is. Nobody doing anything too crazy just yet. Still 15 seconds until the Drake spawns. Zek with the abscond duck, jumping in right on top of Vladdy. Hits him with the chains. Vladdy with a flash out. Zeka with a flash in. A little bit more damage required. Stasis from Vladdy ain't gonna do a damn thing. And Zeka puts him in the ground. But the follow-up from KC. Targamas wants to try to stop the recall. At least get something from the HLE mid laner. But Zeka's not gonna stand for that. He wants to stay and fight because he knows the rest of KC is coming to try to stop him. The abscond abduct is not getting him away that time, and Kalist ends up getting the revenge kill. But it took so many resources for KC to make that an even trade that the Drake goes the way of HLE. The bottom lane tier 2 goes the way of HLE.
Away, but the follow-up flash from Zeka results in the kill, and now KC looking for a bit of a fight.
Yeah, they dive in on top of Peanut, do a ton of damage, but not enough to kill him just yet. He'll finally burn down. There to Kana on the rumble. Viper forced a flashback over the Wild Bell 2 as a slam into the wall. Delight's going in after Yike, but he can't quite find him. HLE losing men left, right, and center. KC! Ding, we got... Then damn, it doesn't work out. But that's what you gotta go for. Kana trying to take his own red buff. Peanut immediately ready to jump in. Goes for the ball breaker. I feel like Yike, Targamas, and Vladdy. KC stepping up. They don't want to allow their opponents to take this for free. Delight misses the ulti. That could be huge. Zeus jumps in. Yike here from the front line. Low health bars on HLE. Into the back line goes Zeka. He wants to kill on a Kalist. He needs a little bit more damage to fight, and he finally got the shutdown. The Ezreal's dead. Leona joins them. HLE got 2, and they aren't done yet. Peanut continuing the chase after Yike. Xin Zhao does not have a lot of defensive mechanisms to get away from this one. Peanut with the smite to slow him down. And this kill is going to be desynced critically from the rest. Zeka stealing Kana's ultimate, jumping in on top of him. Kana with the...
Teams are 2-2 apiece. Targamas has already lost half his...
Oh, and the stolen Leona ulti to stun him back up. Now Kalist has to flash over the wall to try to stay safe as Zeus is zoning everybody away yet again. KC, health bars rocked back.
Yike throughout this game. Level 17, Zeka.
Zeka in some trouble now. He is level 17. He steals the Xin Zhao ulti to try to make the fight more manageable. Gives him enough effective HP to survive. Now Zeus jumping in with Between Worlds. Immediately kills Kalist. Right back on top of the other side for kill number 2. Peanut keeping everybody else locked down, and KC scatter! There is no way to stop the
unit. Keeping their mid laner alive will win the fight, will win the Baron, and they're looking...
Delight 2, all in the enemy red side jungle now. Viper left to push up the bot lane wave, mid lane wave being addressed by the Silas.
It's, I mean, I was going to say the good news for KC is that the game had become very scrappy, but now that they have the Baron, it feels like it's a matter of time. Viper has so much poke available. And Zeus, good ulti.
Yeah, finds Yike. They chunk him out by half. Also, Yike with the Edge of Night makes it so hard. Viper with the Edge of Night, so hard to engage on this guy.
I mean, Kalist does do a lot of damage, but I feel like that Viper just does more.
Yeah, it's pretty tough, man. It is an 8,000 gold lead now for HLE. Zeus goes between worlds. Vladdy's gonna get caught. Weirding isn't enough to kill him, but he's forced to go gold, and Peanut ready to jump back in with the ball breaker. Mistimes it, but it don't matter. Zeus unstoppable as HLE take the first inhibitor in the bottom lane. Now they'll put their attention in mid, looking for the second. Another Chains of Corruption flies out, does not connect. KC scrambling to defend 4 versus 5. Vladdy's still dead for another 40 seconds. KC making their entry, trying to stop this, trying to hold HLE off. Peanut's burning low, but Zayas has already grabbed another kill. It'll be a 1-for-1 at least, as Kana and Kalist need more firepower. Yike buying a little bit of time here on the front line as Delight jumps in and trades his life for Yike. Vladdy's still got 20 seconds left before he respawns, and Zayas grabs a double kill. Kalist falls, and that'll do it. HLE take game 1.
I mean, it was a bit scrappy. There were a lot of skirmishes, but ultimately, Hanwha Life show their dominance. An impressive display from the first seed of LCK.
HLE remain undefeated after this game, but don't you all go anywhere. We still got plenty more to play. We'll be right back after this.
Like I prefer more DPS AD carry. It does set up for this Renata pick though. I feel like it's a fantastic spot. You have engaged already in your composition. The enemy team's coming into you. You can Renata ult. Renata ult has pretty high value across this enemy team, so
stay up as long as humanly, but I just physically exhaust myself.
That makes sense.
And then I can fall asleep. But right now,
a lot of damage onto Targamas here, who's still only level 5. Tried to make the outplay flash, but Viper rears.
Already have a 1.2k gold lead, have secured every early game objective.
To do anything with an ulti or something. He's still just barely level 5. Now Targamas here in mid wants to set up. Zeka in some danger now, gets swept to the side by Vladdy. Zeka flashing away from the root caller, needs to survive the additional pressure from Yike, but Daisy is fast with the Trigger Seed shield. The slow into the knockup is there. Zeka's gonna get caught, and KC not really super close either. Yike making his way over. Peanut with the smite. Secures the buff. Now the blast cone over the wall. Again, the arrow onto the Alistar, and there's no ulti to try to save him. A defensive headbutt to try to escape. But now KC got on the board.
So Zeka, he thinks that he's pathing towards his jungler, but Targamas had snuck his way in. You can actually, during that play, see the ping on the control ward as well. So Zeka, thinking he was safe, doesn't realize that the vision got denied. It's difficult for KC to stop them getting 6.
grub number 2, there we go. But Daisy is ready to approach. Looks like HLE is going to decide 5 is fine.
Nope, never mind. Peanut wants to jump back in and try to fight for it. But Yike brushes, still placed down in the river. Daisy summoned up. HLE still with control over the objective. Curtain call opens up. There's no arrow to try to stop it. Redemption comes down. Peanut backing away from that one. Dragon's gonna get very low to smite range here very quickly. Peanut needs a little bit more damage, and the Drake goes the way of HLE. Targman's in the middle. Massive double knockup. First kill goes the way of KC, and HLE has to disengage. Viper and Delight looking to run away, but the root caller's ready to chase him. Viper does not want to go any closer if he can help it. Targamas about to drop low. Maybe might just die. A little bit more damage will get it done, and it's a 1-for-1 here with the supports. Viper still running. Kalist with a flash in. Viper shut down. Zeka shut down.
KC is proving to be very difficult for Peanut to handle.
Yeah.
Even if the Maokai ultimate comes through, they have easy follow-up thanks to the Jhin. Targamas acting as that front line, looking to connect the stun.
Yeah, Delight and Viper moving forward. Viper going in after Kalist. Needs more damage to kill the Jhin, and he takes him out. Now Targamas is going to be your next target as Yike is about to die to Peanut and Zeka at the same time. KC, they wanted a fight around this Herald, and HLE was happy to oblige. 3-0.
Just like that, HLE quell any semblance of doubt that you might have in them. Viper steps forward with nothing but confidence, as with no flash on Kalist, no barrier to mitigate the damage, Viper just runs him down. Mid is gone, top is gone. 3K is the gold advantage now for Hanwha Life as they reclaim control over game 2.
KC, they might have got the Eye of the Herald, but what did they have to lose for it? 2 turrets, that angle that you need, and it means that HLE are going to take Drake number 3 uncontested.
That needs to be knocked down.
Whoa. Kana wanted to get away, but Peanut doing a good job stopping the TP. Takes a ton of damage in the process, but not enough to bring him down. Walks over, pops the pack. KC trying to brute force this down, but they can't do it. Now back underneath the tier 2 turret here in the bottom lane, a 1-for-1. Peanut gives his life so that Viper can get another kill, and now keep pushing onto the tier 2. Targamas coming up here into the top side as Zeka moves forward and forces Vladdy back. He and Yike trying to keep the pressure on, but Delight has roll over the Otacon pit. Zeus not around here anywhere. Targamas jumping in, immediately followed up. Delight is already down before he could do anything at all. KC are going in. The Maokai ult for the escape route for the rest of HLE. KC with a killer instinct. Jump in there and make it happen. Now they're going after the Otacon itself, but Zeus has arrived to the fight, and the Narbar's charged. KC still trying to commit to the objective. The Scuttlecrab's taking the damage a little bit, but now KC, they're about to drop. Zeus into the middle of the fight, but he's not ready to transform just yet. The first kill into Targamas. Now the Otacon, the target for HLE. KC still hanging around, trying to see if they might be able to contest. Yike here on the front line, wants to smite fight. Viper's all alone, he's gonna be careful, but Kana's got no ulti. Zeus in the back finds the wall, he's gonna be shut down by Khalid. But Viper and Peanut are going forward. It's so many kills for Viper. There's no hope for KC.
All sides flounder and are not able to come out on top.
Wow. Big win there for HLE after it looked like KC might. They don't want to allow that permanent regeneration, which will just create a nigh unplayable game state around any sort of a neutral standoff. But here comes Zeus. There's no Narbar though. Keep that in mind. This is huge for these team fights. If Zeus jumps in, he's just going to be tiny. HLE going after the Drake. It is secured by Viper on the Ashe. Yike having to run away, but a big engage coming out from Vladdy. They've managed to take down Viper. Vladdy's cutting it out. Zeus is already dead now too. HLE are scattering, and only Zeka is left alive to deal damage. Yes, the Ocean Soul went the way of the Korean team, but it looks like KC might have just found exactly what they needed. Another triple kill. Zeka taking the opportunity to get whatever he can in the meantime. The tier 3 turret in the bottom lane is his target, but KC securing this Baron. Yes, they lost the Ocean Soul, but they are gonna get something massive in trade. Again, this is KC finding a moment where everything seems to be steadily marching away from them to rain the game back down into their own graves. It's been huge. It's been what's keeping KC in this game. Now, a lot of damage onto Delight. The curtain call opens. KC try to get themselves away, but now the potential punish right back onto Vladdy. He's in some danger as the damage pours out, and Vladdy's first to die. Zeka goes on a killing spree. There's no way out for Targamas. Unbreakable will or not. HLE hold the line.
I know the expression has been used a lot throughout. Vladdy in the mid lane. Immediately, all of the wind is taken out of the sails. It's Hanwha life on the push.
Kalist has to be so careful here, but Kana doing a great job. Jumps in over the wall to punish Viper and Zeka. They thought they had
the Dragon in 2 minutes time with the Baron. KC are continuing the siege. The Baron power play is still 2.6k in KC's favor.
Red Bull Baron power play about to run out here. Only 15 more seconds until it expires. Arrow from a long way away. Not going to get a whole lot of value out of that one. Zeus in some danger off to the side as he scraps with Kana. Targamas forced to use the Unbreakable Will now. Knocking Peanut right back into the team. HLE is going to go ahead and lose their jungler. Kalist is dominating, but Vladdy is down, and they've also lost Targamas. Kana's the next target, flashing away, trying to survive, but another TP is ready to answer. Zeus is looking to cut off the escape for KC. Kana's gonna teleport to save his own life, but Zeus is in hot pursuit of Kalist. He misses the first boomerang, but he catches it on return. He doesn't want to chase any further. It's another win, just barely, for HLE, a 2-for-1 trade.
The fights are just so fast, but it feels... Oh, hang on a minute.
Zeus is going crazy here, jumping in after Kalist. The punish from Kana again, making sure that his carries are kept safe. And Zeus, the mind...
He does have TP to regroup with his team. This is dropping fast.
Elder Dragon down to 8,000. HLE ready to challenge. Arrow flies out. Damage onto Targamas here at the start. He's frontlining for now. A lot of damage on the Peanut. Public execution flies in. KC's already found the first kill. But what about the objective? The Dragon secured by Yike. A massive 3-man shuffle from Vladdy. KC are getting it done. They find 2, and they want to get another. Viper with a sidesteps as Zeus interrupts Kalist. And Zeka flies in, but it's not enough. The Elder is making the difference. Zeus finally gets the...
Means that he's able to clean up the fight.
The bailout changing a lot there.
Goodness.
As HLE back onto the map in time.
That KC were gonna win out there.
Oh, Nice jump in from Kana. Yet again, the public execution finding the target. Follow up with a deadly flourish. Zeus trying to get away here. The Redemption ready to heal him up. Zeus goes mega just in time. Zeka jumping in to protect his top laner. KC don't have the damage, and they threw the kitchen sink at him. Now everybody wearing blue is stuck in the mid lane. Meanwhile, their base is being torn to shreds. HLE looking to push Nexus. It's Viper and Delight. Zeus has made the TP in as well. Vladdy immediately teleporting back to try to save the game as Peanut will fall to Yike, and the pressure is not enough to end it all the way just yet.
My goodness, HLE. I can't believe that Zeus was able to survive that. The damage.
You have to weather this push from
okay, never
HLE
mind.
if you're
I've changed my
KC.
mind.
There's a lot happening right now. Still 30 seconds left on the Baron. HLE on the push again. Delight with a defensive flash. Viper with a nice sidestep. Curtain call opens up. Viper eats the first shot, but now a Redemption ready to heal up the HLE health bars. Fourth shot makes its way onto Delight. HLE are about to have double super minions in every single lane. Even if the game does not end here, it is a painful defense now for KC. One Nexus turret remaining, but that's it as KC scrambles their defense. The Baron about to run out here pretty soon as HLE keep the push going. Peanut's gonna lead the charge. A lot of damage on the Targamas at the very start with Renata ulti over the top. KC though doing a great job staying alive. Health bars still topped off. This defensive battery of the Ivern, the shield.
To his target. Kana.
The arrow fires, Kana gets caught, trying to flash away, but Peanut is ready here with a twisted advance to follow it up. Kana wants a defensive public execution. He survived.
As Viper acts as a wall that KC have to break through.
Targamas with a very early unbreakable will. He goes in, he catches Viper. The carry from HLE is dead. Callist with the kill. And at the dark, KC are saying, all right, we're going for it. They're gonna be Gen the Elder, Vladdy, and Kana both with a TP available. Vladdy, a lot of damage here on Zeus, forces Mysterix out of him there. Delight and Peanut trying to make the fight happen. Delight uses the ulti there from Renata, doesn't get a lot of value out of it. KC will earn themselves an Elder Drake as Delight now trying to retreat down the bottom side, should be caught. I don't see any way for Renata to get away from this. Targamas is first to the scene, and with Callist nearby, it's another pop. Generating like you're talking about, one inhibitor already back. KC taking the blast cone, trying to stop this. Make it so there's no opportunity for HLE to come in and contest, but Peanut's ready to go. Arrow flies in. Baron and Elder.
Callist.
Okay. Keep your eyes on Callist. Keep your eyes on Kana. The public executions have hit the target so many times this game. Zeus critically, the Gnar transformation already happening before he can get his recall. KC, they want to use the Elder and try to find something crazy right now. Daisy underneath the turrets, here for the Nexus. She's going to go ahead and die immediately. KC still on their push. Baron enchanted minions. Nice handshake there into Vladdy, but he jumps back away. Curtain call firing off. They want to try to use this to secure a kill there with the Elder, but the execution isn't going to happen. Zeus coming in from behind, but the Gnar has no bar. Zeus needs to be careful about this one as he gets rooted up. Public execution right back on top of him. Zeus is dead. KC with a 5v4 in the enemy base. Viper loses half HP. The Elder no longer active, but the Baron still got 90 seconds. HLE are now the ones missing a Nexus turret.
KC have the Nexus of Hanwha Life in their sights. The TP is going to come through. They've got another minion wave. The Elder may have fallen off, but they have 5 members.
HLE have to defend 4 versus 5. Targamas with a Hex Flash. Not going to find the angle here for the headbutt pull. Zeka, half HP. It's the death of Peanut, thanks to Callist. As Viper stays alive for an extra second, but the man needs a bailout. It's not going to be in time. KC stand tall, but they have not done it just yet. A triple kill back over to Zeka. Callist versus Zeka. The bullets in the air. KC have done it. Gods can bleed. And KC take us to game 3.
Unbelievable! 3 inhibitors down. Only a single Nexus turret. But they were able to stand their ground and fight their way back. KC is not dead yet.
The best game at first stand so far. No call.
4. But it looks like it's going to be Rise in the mid lane going up against the the Jace. Now, domestically, we've seen a few rises in the LEC. A lot of them have not worked out.
Okay.
Admittedly, that was because Caps brought out things like a Nivea.
Yike might step up, try to challenge for these chickens. No, instead he's gonna look mid, because Vladdy's down to 100 HP. Zeka gonna have to try to get away from this one. Turns back towards Vladdy, knocks Yike away. Zeka needs a little bit more damage. The clone, Kalist and Targamas, they're ready to scrap again with the HLE bottom lane. Viper with some quick feet, getting away from that one. Crash down from Delight on Kalist. As Targamas continues taking shots there from Viper. HLE doing a good job getting away from the engage there. Viper, if he would have got caught out by that grand entrance, could have been in some serious danger.
Those deep wards are so important as well as Delight. Remount.
Oh, Targamas with the flash engage with the grand entrance. Delight stunning up Kalist, wants to keep him away. HLE comes out on top here in the 2v2. Delight wants more, but Yike is first to join the fight. He wants to see if he can get this potential kill into Viper. Flash in, and Yike gets it done. Now Peanut shows up. He wants to kill off the enemy jungler, but it's not gonna happen. Yike can't get the extra kill. The story isn't getting told, as now Zeus and Vladdy will be facing off in the bot lane matchup.
I think Vladdy likes this matchup a lot more. Vladimir, definitely good.
Yeah. Maybe try to throw a cheeky projectile over the wall, but they don't even have one that has enough range. Gleaming Quill and seeing it. KC right now going to spend resources, moving into the enemy jungle as Zeka gets discovered. Realm Warp ready to bring in some firepower from Vladdy. Zeka caught unawares out of position, trying to get away. Cannot do it. KC.
So crucial. But anyway, let's focus in on the grubs.
Okay. Let's focus up as the supportal combat starts off in the bottom part of the topside river. Delight and Targamas just trading meaningless blows with one another as Peanut and Zeka have control over the grub pit itself. Working on the second grub over the wall. Nicely done from Yike. The immediate drive-by for the smite.
The thing is, because of the steal had come through, and the call from Yike was that, oh,
Peanut jumping in on Kalist. He wanted to play aggro. He wanted to go after. No boots even of the tier 1 persuasion for the Draven. If he gets caught out, he's in some serious danger. Sejuani ulti whiffs. Viper with a flash away from any potential follow-up. A lot of damage over to Zeus. He might just die. He manages to turn into a puddle in time as Kana's going to be your next target now. Peanut jumping in for the multi-man knockup. Kana's going to drop, but now you got to wonder, what can they do with a dead body? He zones Viper away. The Herald gets summoned up, but it doesn't even get to do anything. Zeus critically not dying there as now Peanut wraps around from another flank. Delight and Zeka looking to chase the rest of KC away. Targamas will be your next target. Zeus coming back in now as well. The enchanted
KC members, but we got to get back into the action as the Dragon is being started off.
All right, Dragon's up. Everybody's alive back on the map again. Zeus flying over the wall, here with the blast cone. KC got to be careful. Vladdy jumps in, but he jumps right in on top of Peanut. Now Zeus hitting him with the tides of blood. Flash over the wall from Vladdy. Viper and Delight trying to reorganize their positioning here a little bit further. KC trying to make their entry as a 4-man squad. In goes Kana, but he goes too far. Chemtech Drake over to Peanut. Zeus on top of Kalist. He needs a transfusion and he's hounded. Targamas is going to be your next target. Yike picks up Viper, but that's all they'll get. 3 for 1 plus any further away. I feel like they could still maybe find a good fight. Getting this potential pick onto Peanut here could be the start of that. Nice flash away from the Arctic Assault, trying to use the second half of the Cyclone to get away. Peanut still in a ton of danger. Nice use of the ulti there from Kana. Peanut still alive somehow, but now the counter kills will come out from KC to HLE. It's another one picked up. It's 1 for 1 as HLE trying to get a little bit more. They won't find anything here just yet.
Vladdy's Realm Warp got interrupted by the Atakan, meaning that KC had to commit.
Zeka goes in. He wants Kalist. He tries to get away there. A little bit more damage will do it. And Zeka with the storm. The way that we had the vision toggled off, I felt like it was shark infested. The Atakan is not going to drop before the contest arrives. Yike is here. KC is here. Delight over the wall in the Dragon Pit. Zeka here on the front line, got to be careful about that. The Otacon taking low, down about 2,000 HP. Targamas going in with a 2-man knockout, nicely done there. But into the back line goes Viper. They've already found another kill, as well as the Otacon for HLE. Now Vladdy's gonna die too. It's an absolute slaughterhouse, and it's KC.
KC in this third game. They're going to take another tower, and this Peanut ends up securing it. Meanwhile, Vladdy is the only carry. He's the only...
Annoying scenario, knowing that you just won that last game, trying to find these engage opportunities, and HLE just playing like monsters, man. Zeus now, maybe in some trouble. 1v3. Vlad's pretty tough, but I don't know if he's that tough. Nice shutdown for KC. Vladdy getting his first kill of the game with a response from HLE, starting up the Baron on the other side of the map. They're 7,000 gold ahead, but they're one man down. Yikes making his way towards the pit. Baron down to 5,000. Yikes throws out the Glacial Prison. Delight's job, mark that enemy jungler, keep him away, stop any sort of a steal.
Vladdy level 16 on the rise. That Rod of Ages coming in handy. But actually have such a massive level advantage as well. Another tower will fall.
Yikes, sliding forward there with the Arctic Assault. Gonna lose the Glacial Armor. And now HLE continuing their pressure, continuing their push. They want to try to go in, but they only find the CC on Zeus and Delight's into the back line. One to hard force the fight. Viper's ready to follow. Two already down on KC. And Vladdy's about to join them 6 feet deep. Another kill almost comes through. Yike barely walks away as they at least get a shutdown onto Zeka. Peanut and Zeus chasing after the remaining members of KC as HLE will leave Viper in the enemy base to destroy the inhibitor. Kana trying to rough up the minion wave so that Viper can't just walk in and keep trying to end the game. There's not quite enough time for that, but the base of KC.
Vladdy able to clear out that wave, but look at the bot side.
Peanut jumping in on Kalist. Killer Instinct follows it. Draven's dead before you can blink your eyes. Targum is about to follow as Yikes your next target. The Sejuani trying to slide away, but Peanut takes him down. HLE have already killed off 2, and they're looking for even more. Delight finally gets traded back, but Vladdy's Seraph's Embrace is the only thing keeping him alive. The Realm Warp doesn't matter. He dies to the Hemo Plague. Targum survives with 100 health. Peanut still chasing after him, getting juggled around a little bit, but it doesn't matter. HLE is on to the Nexus itself. It was a valiant battle from KC. They proved that HLE are indeed mortal, but they are some damn tough League of Legends players, man. HLE, despite the fact that they may have gone the distance, will do it in style and take down KC 2-1.
I love the draft from HLE. I love the respect that they showed to their opposition. KC definitely made them work for it. But at the end of the day, Hanwha Life cemented their authority in Game 3.
Hanwha Life, I feel like that guarantees them moving on to the bracket stage now with 3 series wins. I don't know the exact math, but it would be impossible, I feel like, for anybody to be able to force them out, and for good reason. This has been the best team at the tournament. Their one single loss was a massive battle where their opponents had to show absolute grit just to force their Nexus down. And as soon as they lost one, all that did was piss them off. They come back in Game 3 looking monstrous.
They certainly did. And I mean, this series was nothing but fun to watch. Hanwha Life showing us the peak of what League of Legends can look like right now. KC showing us their grit and determination and just the individual playmaking potential. I think in Game 3, they dropped the ball a little bit on the draft, and unfortunately for them, Fate isn't in their control anymore. They are now very reliant on CFO beating top esports to give them a chance at staying in the top 4.
It's the reality of tournament formats. Sometimes you only get so many chances to control your own destiny. Again, I'm so impressed with the evolution of KC.
That plays a lot of Zinzao.
No way!
That's Kale.
We have seen this before, but it has been a while, Atlas.
Yeah, I saw a bit of Kale being spoken. Okay,
I
we're
don't
gonna
have
replay.
to anymore, but no
Everyone
summoners
grouped up and then he
otherwise
died.
used, and he just, I mean, yeah, it's Pantheon level 1.
Okay, big win here for Team Liquid and Young. That being said, I mean, the Kalista matchup into Draven should be really hard for Kalista, but it isn't actually the case, as of course this Kalista did manage to get that first blood. Now also has the steel caps. I don't know. Very aggressive, defensive choice, but will make sure that you're not taking too much damage from this this Draven. And they say that if you do have a big extra advantage, investing in a defense is oftentimes
like this. So a good tempo move from TL. Now,
oh dear, there's a handshake. It's very polite, but maybe not so much, as Delight is going to be able to at least escape for the moment. Does get into the mists.
it was a firm handshake, Atlas.
That was a very firm handshake. That's the kind of one where obviously the dad doesn't want you dating his daughter. Is okay. Peanut diving forward, finds the cease and desist, but Young gets underneath his turret, and now the grand skyfall comes down. Umpty going to be able to grab Peanut one more time for the second kill. We're getting close to picking up one of these feats of strength as Viper. Peanut going to be pushed away, but I don't think loses out on that one. Flash used by Viper here to avoid the handshake. And Umpty and Peanut just continuing to fight. Smite going to be utilized there as Umpty just dives on top. And these health bars were already low. Peanut in trouble, and he's dead again!
But that might not be enough later on when Leon is starting to get big, APA is getting bigger, and Umpty is just making plays everywhere as they get more plays topside.
Zeus might kill Impact here, though. This could be a bit of a problem as Impact trying to get himself away, but he's still skewered. And Zeus grabs the kill. Young going to be moving down here, looking to try and grab some revenge for his top laner. As Delight now, they get dove on. I think Zeus might be dead, ladies and gentlemen. Does have divine intervention, but sometimes even the gods cannot save you, and Yun going to be able to pull those sticks out, and that's going to grab that kill. Peanut could be in trouble as well as Yun is dancing around with that martial poise. Grabs a double now on this Kalista, and that satchel's gorgeous! Never doubt APA's Zig.
APA playing it.
Yeah.
Watch him play it.
And we're still even more quizzical because now that he is playing it, it's looking great.
Yes, and I mean, look.
Oh, and it's a Cloud Soul.
It's a Cloud Soul.
It's my day today. As, all right, Zeka is going to get pushed into APA. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. It's a fair bit of damage onto Delight, but that is going to be the ulti, and Delight should just die here as Umpty just combos him down. Zeka could be in trouble now as well as Corp comes through. The handshake is going to be landed, but Umpty is in turret range, does manage to walk out as Peanut, a little bit anemic at this point in time. Zeka unable to walk up, but still throwing the spell flux through.
Yun's here.
Oh, okay, Zeka actually taking a lot of damage now, trying to realm warp his way out.
Remember, if Viper commits to the fight and dies, getting the Rift Herald will never be worth it.
Well, Umpty has found Viper. As Yun's going to get pulled back. The Bone Skewer going to be working really nicely. He does have a blast going to get himself out of the way. As the MasterCard lane economy snapshot showing us that Yun is in a great spot, but maybe not right now, as not going to get slowed down immediately. Rift Herald does go down as Umpty wants a little bit more. Zeus pushing on this turret. That is going to be a dead outer in the mid lane.
Now the gold's even.
Yeah.
In fact, Hanwha with a slight lead.
Oh dear, Umpty able to get out of the way of the Bone Skewer this time. There is still a turret that's up and available. Peanut's coming down. Teleported is not going to be enough as Delight delivers a bunch of money over to his teammates. Mega.
This game is for that cash-in to happen for Viper, you know, and still a ways away from that.
Peanut just took a whole lot of damage on his way in. Went through all of the mines as well as great handshake as APA should be able to take him down, but the divine intervention onto Peanut. They just wait it out. He does eventually die. I don't know whether that bailout is going to necessarily work as Delight. He's just slinked into stealth and he'll be okay as well as Corp just wanted to walk this one off. Handshake going to connect, but so does the Bone Skewer as Viper really wanting to grab another one, but no need to be greedy. He already managed to cash in those adoration stacks and that gold advantage to the tune of 1,000 now. Make that
with the Ziggs, unfortunately, because he doesn't do a lot.
APA is dead. So is Zeka, though. Never mind. Maybe not, as Umpty wanted to grab that stun once again, but Peanut says no, not today, and maybe he's just going to die. Instead, he's got the spear. Then he's able to take down Zeka. Now I'm trying to taxi his way out to these Krogs as Peanut really wants to get that Vault Breaker back. He gets underneath the turret, but the stun is almost back up, and Umpty will survive
Viper.
the whirling death. They should be able to communicate this. And so Umpty just continues. All right, Corp spots him out here as Yun is their target. Delight diving forward as well. Cease and desist goes down. Barrier is decent. Has the bailout, but it's not enough. And it's another kill and a shutdown to Zeus. Oh dear, this Kale is going to be a problem if she wasn't already.
And man, TL had so many leads. They had such a great early game, but a few small mistakes around the map, and Hanwha Life just strike back again. And it's not the first time this tournament we've seen Hanwha Life struggle in the early game and just be the better. I mean, it's almost lights out, you know?
And it's already sort of feeling like that as Yun is underneath the turret. The Rend not enough to take down Viper, but he is pushed away from this turret. And Zeka, I don't know about that position. That's hyper aggressive, but he's got the divine intervention. And cease and desist on top of Yon will be the demise of him. Zeus now going to be the focus zone. He'll get shut down as Impact trying to get aggressive, and now Delight, he's hitting the resets. His health bar is so low, but Umpty cannot get in range, and Viper gets another one. Umpty knew he wanted to kill, will be able to take him down, but he's still going to lose the fight.
Oh, it all went wrong. And they're trying again to try to push for that advantage.
Yep, some question marks here from Yon as they're playing protect the president as best they can. Fate's call to try and save Core JJ as Viper. He's going to be cleansing. Zeus currently untouched as there's the ultimate from Core JJ, but it doesn't quite do enough. Peanut dead yet again, but Zeus is free hitting Umpty, just trying to get him out of here, trying to zone. And I don't know whether it's necessarily working because Divine Intervention is on HLE's side and it's Reset City for Delight. APA has to run himself out of there, and HLE yet another team fight win.
Zeus just once again takes all the aggro and then presses R.
Oh no, the Pierce is going to go wide.
Oh.
Yeah, Peanut actually trying to escape that vision, as we can see Whirling Death just to soften them up as Delight finds himself yet another Bone Skewer, and oh man, into the bouncy castle goes APA. Viper gets the Divine Intervention, he's frontlining, that's their tank. Their tank is a Kale ultimate. As down goes Cassante. Impact lying on the ground, as is Core JJ, and it's a triple for this Kale that is now entirely out of control. Yun able to avoid the Bone Skewer, but not able to do enough damage to Delight to kill him, as Zeka is just walking forward like the orange tank that represents Hanwha Life Esports, and now I think they may just be done with game one. It was such a weird draft. It was such a poor start for HLE. But unfortunately for TL fans, it was not enough to stop them from winning.
Not enough. Hanwha Life Esports with a massive comeback win here on the back of this. Kale from Zeus, another pick for him here in 2025. We haven't seen him play it just yet, but he played it incredibly well. Playing as the tank, his ultimate really made anyone unkillable at the right possible moment.
We worked it out. I'm so glad that we worked it out in the end, exactly how this composition was supposed to work. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to go to a break. Thankfully, TL not out of it just yet, but they have to win 2 more games. After the break, it will be the space, and then we'll have that game number 2.
How that one would go.
Oh, it's Quinn. It's Quinn. Never mind. It was going to be an AD carry, guys. It was. This is the one that really makes Renekton's day awful.
You know what? Even though he didn't make it here, he was a big part of it. As you see, the junglers also meeting up. Peanut caught.
Another time. That is the twisted advance forward. And Peanut, not a lot of way out of this one. That is going to be the poison picking it up for APA. As now Zeka also trying to deal with him. Not enough damage. And there's Core JJ with the grand entrance. No.
I mean, I do feel like this is once again a really good situation for them, especially when you consider the fact that Impact... hold up.
Yeah, that is going to be Core JJ lit on fire and does throw down the heel. Is the last tick going to be enough? And the answer is no. That's why you drink your potions, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, scary there. Until that swap came through. Yun has an advantage as well over Viper as hold up.
Yep, Delight had his flash off cooldown, so obviously he's pressing that button yet again. Peanut thrown out of the battle, though.
But now his ult is down for the dragon they want to take. APA going in.
Yeah, there's a beautiful ultimate as well as the petrifying gaze on to Zeka, the flash forward from APA.
And that should just be the dragon going over to TL here. Even without Umpty's ultimate, they're able to secure it. And unfortunately for Peanut, he's not able to make...
We've seen that Umpty is very happy to get this done as Impact able to get aggressive on Zeus with that Bolt now on cooldown. Does mean that he might be able to get something done here as Peanut unable to land the grasping roots, but that Stranglethorns does so much work, softening up TL. Delight Magnus Storm onto 3 though, as he's underneath the turret, it just may not matter. Viper diving forward as well, manages to take down Yun as Zeka diving on in. Umpty underneath this turret. He's out of the captive audience range, as is everyone else, actually, as this is super awkward. Twisted advance as Umpty's dead. That was so heroic.
Well, Impact is here. I think that's what he wanted to maybe set up for, but this might just be another handbag to the collection.
Never mind. APA's moving down. Let's see whether the snake and the crocodile can get something done. The answer is at least they're hit. That's a flash forward. Okay, Slice and Dyson looking all cool. Unfortunately, he's still dead underneath the turret. And Viper
continues to widen. And the Croc here hasn't really made too much of an impact in this game, no pun intended.
But isn't actually going to die or anything like that, as now Zeus looking for impact, and the curtains have been called. So is the Nature's Grasp, though, and that is going to guarantee the Dragon. Oh, everyone's rooted, and there's the quickness into the back line. They get the knockdown, and piercing arrow cuts through Peanut. This Zyro not working once again, unfortunately.
Yeah, and now
APA
Zeus.
walking towards Zeus, yeah, exactly, and oh, the petrifying gaze instantly cleansed there by Zeus. Looked very cool, but unfortunately, I think he's still going to die, as the grand entrance cannot be flashed out of, and Impact just culls the meek indeed. They should be able to take themselves a turret off the back of this one, and Zeka is just licking his wounds after falling so far behind in this early game.
Yeah, Pizza strength picked up here, though.
Oh, are they going to be able to take this turret? They should.
Yeah, it is.
Beats obviously already had spotted. This is a very healthy turret as Zeus is coming on over. Corp coming down as well, though, does get the information that Impact is going to be in trouble. And now Zeka coming down as well. So he's going to rocket jump over. There's the Dominus as Quickness going to come on through as well. They do manage to take down the Crocodile as Delight almost just dies to the turret. The ramping damage almost killing Peanut there as well, as Zeus is just going to kill the Rakan. And in the meantime, the Rift Herald is going to be thrown into the mid lane. So with these 6 scrubs, TL should be able to take this one down no problem. But unfortunately, the still has the ultimate up.
Well, they're not focusing the Dragon.
At any time they want to pull the trigger, Umpty should be able to just say, no, you're not allowed in here, as the Quickness flies forward. Zeus finding an opportunity is so difficult, as Impact just says, no, you're not allowed in. Zeka now off to the side of the fight, but it's Corp that goes down first, and Zeka has made it to safety. These health bars are so low, and this is actually the kind of fight that HLE really want to look for. Zeus now fighting against Otacon as well. This is insanity, and Zeus so extraordinarily low. Eyes on the prize, though. TL will be able to take down the Dragon. Otacon continues to be annoyed.
They're giving it.
And Zeka's there as well. So yeah, Ruinous Otacon is going to go over to TL. So that's going to mean a whole bunch of extra levels and damage and things like this. And we'll see whether HLE can get enough off the back of it, because they do manage to take down some turrets. Outer goes down in the mid lane.
I mean,
Inner goes down on the top side.
Look at the XP they'll pick up here.
They should still be able to just take down this turret. So really nice play here from TL. Drag that gold back towards their way.
Use that to win the game.
And TL have been so good at being on the objective first. Is now JJ's diving in. Chains of Corruption avoided there by the flash. Peanuts out of the fight, and they instead just go for Delight. Another Magnet Storm, but this time it's not enough. And Zeus just there a little bit late. However, this AoE damage kind of massive, as Zeka wanting to press that rocket jump button, but TL have successfully disengaged.
I mean, this is a Zyra. They can't just go Dragon, because HLE will be like, we got Tristana, we got Zyra, we'll trade for Baron. I think TL, but split here.
Yeah, Buster shot Umpty, and he should still go down.
APA is getting Dragon. APA is getting Dragon this whole time. It's at half health, and now they have to try to stop this Baron, though. I mean, Mountain Soul is permanent, Baron is not, but you do not want to give this over to Hanwha Life.
Yeah, and they also cannot lose multiple members as well, because then you cannot defend against it. Still, the Baron doing a fair bit of damage here, as it only has just spawned a minute ago.
There's those shields.
Yeah, they're diving forward. Double knock up there from Corp JJ's into the back of the pit. They go. That is the Baron over to HLE, but now Impact presses the Dominus button and looks to try and lock down the fight. The flash out from Yon to try and keep himself alive, and Zeka is going bonkers in the fight. APA, he'll turn up at the miasma a little bit too late.
I think they got to get out of here.
Yeah, you have to run as quickly as you can, but instead they realize that maybe they have not been able to. That dodge was gorgeous, but still, APA is standing. He goes golden, and Zeus is just melting to the poison damage. APA will eventually go down, as Zeka does have his...
Against that Baron, and time is what TL need. 1 minute 15 to try to keep these inhibitors alive. Corp JJ on a crazy flank.
Yeah, this is a mental flank, and you can see he is unseen on his way forward. Delight now in trouble as the Quickness into the back line. Locks down Zeka and Peanut. The Petrifying Gaze not doing too much, but the Magnet Storm only onto one. And they know exactly who the carry is, as APA takes all of these ultimates to the face. And TL are just cleaning up the rift of HLE. The Barons now just not really doing anything at all. With the compositions, TL in the late game with Mountain Soul should just be able to win, as Chains of Corruption was optimistic at best. Grasping Roots is going to be grasping at straws there for Peanut. His teammates.
This is so tense. APA just hanging on the edge here, does so much damage to the objective. Just putting Hanwha Life on the clock, saying you will eventually have to come over here. You will eventually have to take this away from us.
Yeah.
Zeus remounts.
Zek on this flank angle, but you can see control wards everywhere. TL have done their homework this time, as Viper is in trouble. Below half health now, as Delight as well, keeping his health bar as high as possible so he can actually engage. Deadly Flourish not doing too much.
Hanwha running out of time.
Yeah, and it's the Nature's Grasp that you have to watch out for. Umpty holding on to that one. He's got that one in the barrel.
This Elder's getting very low. Peanut just looking for a steal. That's all he's got.
Yeah, Curtain Call does absolutely nothing in this fight at the same time, so Viper won't have access to that.
Bit of a reset.
Yeah, this reset on the Elder is a big deal. But if TL focus this, it goes down so fast.
They've got the health bar advantage. They might be able to catch
the wrap
this.
around, he gets the knockout, and there is the quickness, and Yon able to take him out before he can do anything. Petrifying Gaze as the Buster Shot gets rid of APA, but Delight is dead. No Magnus Storm for you. TL just find the perfect team fight, and this should win them the game.
Absolutely. Huge win here for TL. So patient. You know, you're back against the wall in this game. Your tournament life is on the line. You don't choke. You play it slow. You watch your flanks. They spot Zeus on the flank, take him out, and that is all they needed to do. They used the health bar of the Elder against Hanwha Life Esports, and it looks like we are going to Game 3. Atlas.
Thank goodness, because this game, it was another crazy draft. But man, TL, they look so good. And the fact that they were still behind, they still held on, they got those objectives, they did what they needed to do. Delight going to respawn, but his Nexus is not going to until Game 3. And TL, they're still alive here at First Stand. And I can feel it. Top Esports has started to sweat, Wolf.
Oh, no doubt, man. But what
It's
an
so
incredibly
it's a weird game.
What an incredibly earned game
Yeah.
from TL. They had the tools to win, but I think every single person had doubts that they could pull it off, especially after they had way more tools to win in Game 1 and couldn't do it. They had APA, Super Fett, he lost his gold lead, but was still up on experience. They played the side lanes well. They dealt with the Quinn in the late game incredibly well, incredibly patiently. They were able to do things like put Cassiopeia on Dragon and then rush to Baron otherwise, though. And he will go for the Jax that was banned away. Bit of a controversial pick for Impact, depending on who you ask, but it does feel like it can do very well into the Ambessa and is going to be a huge side lane threat. It's going to be a Dragon.
Yeah, Umpty should be able to grab that one there. As, okay, Gravity Field going to go down as APA with his Death Ray. Going to be able to do a lot of work onto Delight, who will flash. But if just one more piece of damage comes through, he should be dead, and the Death Ray is what secures it.
Feel bad that you're not going to have those grubs for your Jax later on, but I think well worth
evolution. All right, Riftwalk is now available for Zeka, and so this is where things start to become a little bit of a problem. APA is still trading okay.
Mountain into Cloud here, start things off as Impact's going in.
Yeah, Grandmaster's Might is down as Zeus can be very tricky as Peanut, he turns up, the flash is going to be used by Impact. Ability is pretty silly, yeah, exactly.
He is not really too concerned. Impact may need to be.
Yeah, there's a flash forward. Grandmaster's Might comes down. He does have the counter-strike, but Peanut gets in there, and there goes the kill. Zeus picks up.
Zeus does have TP, so they need to be aware of this.
Yeah, APA turning up. TL have invested a lot in this already, as now Zeka on the flank angle will get pushed away. But with 2 grubs remaining, HLE, they don't even really need to worry about it. 5 grubs, that feels all right.
Does feel really strong.
It's not going to get the feats of strength, you know?
And, you know, they end up getting this that they have, so still feeling good as APA?
Yeah, Delight ulted it. As there's the public execution, that's how they're able to get that man advantage, but Zeus is burning down. The Impale is so good and Delight will survive. However, Impact just flashes on top of him. Can he get another? The answer's no, as Zeus just dances around the jet as well. They were able to grab the first, so this is certainly good news. I'll take that one down. It's going to be an Ocean Soul.
It is kind of like the balance of Kassadin as Impact is in
maybe
danger.
some trouble. He's just going to try and clear out the wave. He's doing his best to ignore the fact that these champions are here as the Winter's Bite. Oh, Concussive Blow's not stacked up. And Impact given a little bit of space here. Peanut by himself shouldn't be enough, but he's able to hold him in position for so extraordinarily long. And there's the public execution, and it was definitely public because there were 4 people surrounding him.
Yeah, it ends up being a long and heavy commitment, though. That does mean that on the bottom lane, we are going to see a turret taken by APA. It's a trade of turrets, of course, but just not getting the opportunity to take one. As yes, Hanwha Life had to group for this, and that means they're missing members. Yeah, 13 extra gold picked up as well.
As all right, on the hunt, he's going to get procced here as Viper not able to really get too much done. Great route to come out from Umpty to stop Peanut from coming forward, but now Zeker is going to turn off the Arcane Shift. Yon, not a whole lot of places to go in that flash. Wasn't great either, but the knockups are coming in, and Yon survives for so incredibly long. Stick around, but it is still going to be this turret lying on the floor pretty soon. Corp JJ going in once again as a solar flare onto it. Skarner is maybe not the priority target here as Zeker turns up once again. APA in that backline. Let's see how much TL can actually get done. Zeus getting spotted there by Impact, and Corp JJ's trying desperately to tank things up. These health bars are getting so extraordinarily low, but it's Zeker that takes down the Leona, and TL are pushed away. Peanut smacks them into the wall, and TL just get their backs broken in this mid-game. A triple kill for Zeker's Kassadin, and that's not a great sign. Make it a quadra, make it an ace, and HLE, I think they've decided they want to win this series.
The backs are broken. This feels horrible when you're the Jacks. 1.2k down, catching the waves in the side and not pushing them in. Impact 2 levels down on Zeus here, and he's just not able to do anything. He's getting cut down.
It's pretty absurd. And I mean, Zeus has been playing some weird champions so far. It was Kale and then Quinn in this series. This is, you know, one of the more coveted of the champions here, as Impact just getting dove underneath this turret by Zeus alone. It's not going to be able to kill him. Does stop the recall, I guess, as now the flash comes out. Peanut still just flashing forward. They get the suppress. Down goes Umpty. No more spite for TL, as at least they get some decent damage onto Zeker, but he's still rift walking forward. Corp JJ just standing his ground, says, Yon, you must live. He'll live, but I don't think Otacon will.
Not even a dream, not even a concept here for TL at this point. He's just going to walk away, let that wave crash in mid as the Otacon goes down. Ruinous here for Hanwha.
That's the problem, right? Like, Siva and Kassadin are 2 of just the hardest scaling champions in the game. Staring down the barrel of this composition is difficult at the best of times, and now you've lost back-to-back team fights. TL just have no way back onto the map. Is on the hunt. It's the donkey whistle here from Viper, dodging all of the skill shots there as well as Gorgeous, as there's a public execution. The door is given to them as well as Yon is just picked off and destroyed. The same fate lies for Impact as Corp JJ's able to walk it off. But TL, I mean, they just have to watch as their friends are torn to shreds this game.
I guess he didn't have the shift at the moment. He had it seconds later, used it, but didn't use it to avoid that one. Is taken out at max range from another ultimate from Zeus. He's had so many good ones this game. And I think this is the beginning of the end, Atlas.
Yeah, there's the force pulse. Corp JJ slammed into his Nexus. APA, not a lot of buttons remain here as Peanut can tank these turrets for way longer.
The
just,
strong combo.
Yeah, up a creek without a paddle as Umpty just not allowed to be there. And Zeus shows him exactly why. Zeker is now going to punish Yon for it as well, as he just waits for another Rift Walk. And Yon knows exactly what's going to happen here. Force Pulse
set up those Baron waves for the last 2 inhibitors remaining here for TL. Baron gets taken over. Now they're looking for more.
Yeah, Zeker he's still Kassadin, isn't he? So yeah. I guess he can do this time. On his Silas, he was making those plays and getting punished. And I guess now he just doesn't. Zeus may, though, as he is underneath the turret here. Zeker is chasing after APA, and APA just takes 1 billion damage. Is trying to kite, but sometimes you press R in his general vicinity and he pops like a balloon. Umpty also going to suffer the same fate as Zeker gets himself out of there, using his health bar as a resource, ladies and gentlemen, as Zeus takes down Impact. I think this series is over as HLE. An absolute statement here in the final game. I'm glad they had a bunch of fun. TL also showing a phenomenal game number 2. But HLE showing exactly why they're the favorites here on their home turf, as they'll take down the final Nexus of the group stage and move on to the playoffs pretty comfortably after this win. And big congratulations now as HLE eliminate TL from the tournament.
And HLE, it was an eclectic series. They had their fun, but they definitely proved why they are the top seed, undefeated, moving into the bracket stage. And you can see it on their faces. I think you'll see it all over the internet, and every fan who writes about this series will wonder what could have been with a Game 1 lead that was so massive, but they couldn't actually get it done. They win Game 2 in a clutch one, but Game 3 is all HLE. And TL, a valiant effort, but it's all Hanwha in the end. And our top 4 is decided, Atlas.
It is. TES, a big sigh of relief as they've got very, very close to being eliminated by this team. They'll get a big cheer from the crowd here. I think game number 2 gave us a lot of hope. We saw what could it be from TL, but unfortunately it just wasn't to be the case. HLE, I think all business in game number 3, as Zeus is just a sponsor this tournament. Last time was Red Bull, now it's, I think it was Razer, yeah, as they are of course one of the sponsors of HLE. Just, you know, the man likes to make sure that he gets those things sorted out.
Zeka, very modest after
very modest.
a very pop-off performance. Careful who you bully in lane. See what happens in the mid to late game with all those Otacon pedals.
I think it's a bit sheepish here from a lot of the HLE players after some interesting games in the first couple. But now it is time to throw it back to the space to say goodbye, unfortunately, to TL, but to get ready for our semifinals that are going to be coming up in some marathon best of 5s. Take it away, guys.
One of these champions, I think Hanwha is going to be very happy with, and the power of MF is one that always in theory I think sounds really good because you're a big lane bully, right? It can be hard to shut down. You have in theoretical situations.
Very far behind the play, and Kanavi will be able to escort that crab up towards the top side. And Delight going to be flashing in. Cream going to be in some trouble here. Can he even find a way out? Looks like he's just going to hold the flash. First blood for Peanut. You get the crab, but we get the cream.
And Delight,
369 going in. Zeus is just trying to take him down. Kanavi flashing forward. Zeus may have been off more than he could shoot. Zeus has got to be careful. They're going to go for it. Going forward, get the slow down. Knockup does connect. Zeus tries to backstab it, but Kanavi's here as well. And he's dead. He's just trying to take the wave with him before he goes. They'll donate the kill to 369. And he is up.
Get the slow, basically no ability to get out as we do have the smites available here. Kanavi got that one.
Well, that is big. Kanavi's able to grab that one. Peanut still has his smite though, so he should be able to steal away one. Zeka moving over. You can see MF sitting mid lane. May want to get involved here as well. 369 going to go for the base, so it is just going to be given over here to Peanut. Zeus is back, and they don't want to ruin their attempt. Fully go for it. Peanut was spotted on the ward, so they know multiple members are around. Jackie Love has to flash out. Lets the bullet time rip. Chunks down Zeka, but in comes Crisp. Kanavi could look here. Zeus still has no flash. 369 could go hammer for him. Delight maybe just sacrificing his life here to make sure Zeus gets out. He's going to give over another one. It's another kill there as Jackie Love gets taken down mid. This one is scrappy. The action is just blasting off.
This duo threat that comes through from TES.
And we'll see if they can get a second, because if they can deny the 4, but Peanut's going to go in aggressively, and Kanavi is the target. Delight is here as well. The Ignite's down on him, and now Zeka has arrived, but Fate is sealed, and here's the bullet time over the top, but Delight tanky enough to survive. They're going back on Cream, and Cream gets pushed out. Very low on health, but now the teleport is here, and the equalizer will make the fight uneven. It's Zeus in the backline, it's HLE running over him, and Jackie Love has nowhere to go. He'll stand, he'll fight, he'll fall. It's Zeus going for more, flashing away from the hammer form smash, but it's a 5v1 and 369 is all alone. He's got nowhere to go. HLE just deciding who's gonna take it, and of course
and that is now a 3K gold lead. Yeah, Dragon will go over, but it's still, I think, TS. Look at that.
Yeah, this is gonna get...
And the spikes right now. Nasher's done, almost two out of the screen.
Trouble gonna get swept back here. Peanut is there as well. He's gonna be able to go for the fade is sealed back to Crisp. He does survive now going in. Peanut, nice interrupt on the engage there from Crisp as he gets knocked up by the Cyclone. Easily deflecting that engage with just the cost of his ulti, but Zeka pushing on top side. That tower's incredibly low. They're looking for Peanut, but the clone is gonna eat it. Jackie Love coming up, and now Delight is behind him. Peanut flashing over the wall. The bullet time not gonna be enough. Kanavi trying to finish him off. On the other side, Cream trying to heal back up. Jackie is dead already, and Zeka is behind 369. It's not your side of the map any longer. It's a double for Viper, and it just gets worse for TES as they are set packing.
They get Peanut. The trickster dies, but at what cost? So much has to be given up. Jackie just gets taken down again. 369, unable to do the damage.
Cream, Delight connects, and he's going to be going for the kill. Zeus is just cooking him alive. Cream couldn't get out. Delight, another masterclass on this Alistar. 0, 1, and 9. He has been everywhere this game. Crisp in the area. Cream just trying to play through sides again, but the gold lead extending even further.
Yeah, and we see Hanwha Life is gonna Back off. They're getting the Herald on the other end of the map. Zeus started one up. By the way, Zeus, who got shot down mercilessly. So much attention was paid towards the top side. He's completely fine.
Yeah, he absolutely is. And Zeka and Delight, the combo is perfect. Can they actually chase after him? Zeka took about as good as he gave, so wasn't confident to actually slide in there against Cream, who still had the ulti available. But again, nicely played. Crisp going to get pushed down to that top side as Peanut just controlling vision, working quickly towards that second item. And we were talking about this while we were watching the previous series. Wukong gets to a quick 2 items. That is just so tough to deal with in a team fight. And now the equalizer going to get dropped here from Zeus. Will he actually commit the flash forward to try to go for Cream? Cream was trying to walk around, but it is a bait. Then comes the TP though. Zeka, can he arrive in time? Solo bound going forward. They're going to try to burst them down. They are going to get Zeus, and it's a shutdown. But
already in the thick of it, they do have enough burst to take him down. Cream doesn't go.
Viper going to be the one to drive it in. Is this going to be going a bit too far? As TS are all here. We'll see if they can actually find an angle to force a fight. Doesn't look like it. They get the kill, and Crisp took the Hex Gate. He's actually looking for a threat on this flank. Of course, Hanwha are aware of it, so they retreat back towards mid lane. 369 playing on the side, looking for Shock Blast as TES has eyes on the Dragon. Peanut knows where Crisp is, but is Crisp too far away? Peanut going to go forward, and the red team grabs it. TES do get
highlighted. Definitely a big threat there. As Peanut just says, thank you for the leash on that Crad.
They're just kind of battling, but now he's in trouble as Zeus is going to come in, let the equalizer go down. Cream may have to flash, and he does. Goes back over the wall. True Shot Barrage will not connect. Will Delight look for it. He's threatening. He's flashing. Viper goes in, but he can't actually connect, and the bullet time's coming over the top. Delight, the one in trouble now. Cream tries to go in, but he has to snap back to safety as Peanut is threatening to take him down. 369 pushing on the other side of the map. Again, they find the bullet time, but it's not on the Otacon. We don't know exactly how low it is. TES trying to get in, but it's going to be difficult to go through this corridor, and it looks like the Otacon is just gone. They're going to be able to claim it, and now taking all the flowers here. Cream TPs now. This is so late. And he is going to have to just Q3 back over, so that is kind of the worst of both worlds. He didn't even push up and get anything bot side. They TP, but they TP way too late, and now they're going to try to look to force here onto Zeus. They're committing everything and throwing the kitchen sink. They are going to be able to take him down. Jackie Love gets the kill. Delight potentially in trouble as well. We can see the TP does now arrive. 369 is here. Zeka's going forward, and it's Peanut going in, knocking down Cream. Crushing. This is fully spotted. They're just going to try to force the issue. The Hex Gates are going to help them to get out a lot faster. Kanavi has Smite, has Flash. Will they go in for it? Delight going to be over the wall here. Does take some chunk though, but it's going to be Zeka into the back line. It's the equalizer across them all. This fight does not look close. It's HLE running over TES. It's HLE looking for more. Viper now on an angle, flashed in though is 369. It's going to be Cream trying to make something happen. Can he knock him down? He can't. It's going to be Viper dominating the game. Zay is chasing for more. It's a clean ace. It is HLE dominating game number 1 and potentially looking to end the game.
How do they do this 3 games in a row? That's the 3rd one. At first the Baron gets started up, and you're wondering, Hanwha Life, are you sure about that? And then Zeka goes in for the sweep, and somehow, in a game where it felt like TS at the very least was able to maintain some level of parity, a clean ace, and Hanwha keep that game 1 win percentage nice and high.
HLE end game 1 with an exclamation point. Domination in those final fights. The better team in the 5v5. Absolutely. TES had a strong early game, but couldn't find the correct targets in those 5v5s. It never felt like they were able to really pressure Zeka or pressure Viper. They were always hitting frontliners. And Peanut got a fantastic early lead, was able to help really snowball this game. Delight was everywhere early on, and the carries were stalwart. We are heading to a break, but don't go anywhere. TES versus HLE, game 2 after this.
Even more volatile, it's not. It's going to be Zeus just going back to his Aatrox. The only player that we've seen consistently look good on this pick, obviously, has had a good amount of variety in his builds as well. In this one, I expect.
Down on that bottom side, grabbing the scuttle. It's going to be spotted out, but they're going to be going in. It is going to be Crisp. That's the target. Will he try to flash out to safety? They're trying to block this dredge line, not allowing him to get through. He does flash. He does find it, but Peanut, nice sidestep from Crisp, but I just don't think it even matters. He can't get back to the tower. Peanut will claim first man for the red buff. Who's going to get it? Peanut looking, fishing, Delight gonna threaten. He goes in, but he gets knocked out of it. He's gonna be pushed back, but Zeka's in the back line on Jackie. Jackie has no flash, and he's down to Zeka already. On the other side, though, it's Cream taking down the other 80 carry. Kanavi flashing out from Peanut. Zeka looking, doesn't find him with the R2. He gets locked up by Chris. Is he gonna get knocked down by Cream? He is. Cream Cream looking for more, trying to take down Peanut. Can he block the vault breaker? He still up on that top side. Delight has an angle. Viper section off from the squad, though. This could be a little bit difficult here from HLE, and Chris is going to go in at the same time. They find the arrow onto Jackie Love. He's locked down. He's going to get burst down. The first kill goes the way of HLE. Zeka crushing the fight. It's HLE working their magic time and time and time again. TES cannot get away with the fight. Cream will survive for now, but we'll see if he can even get out. Peanut is hunting, and Cream is on the wrong side of the map. He's gonna try to make a run for it, but Peanut has the ball breaker, gets the shot.
Comp needs doesn't actually remain
back
there.
to live. 369 looking for a solo kill. Zayas has already flashed out, and is he gonna be able to finish him off? Doesn't look like he's gonna commit. Delight moving up here. Crisp is around as well, and will be pushing back. Trade of flashes between them.
Flash down. Playing that early skirmish is really hard, right? There's so much engaged, there's so much CC that is available. TES is going to pick up the full 6 grubs, it looks like. So that does mean...
And Peanut now out on the map here, incredibly strong. They are going to find him. Will they be able to burst him down? Delight in a lot of trouble, incredibly low. The Ignite is committed. Kanavi should be able to get him. The depth charge does follow. Wind becomes lightning, and Delight becomes dust. Zeka, though, is coming in. Nice hook there from Chris. But can they win this 2v2? They got to buy time for Cream. The Ash Arrow is going to connect, but it's Kanavi that's the target. He's trying to get out of there. Cream trying to get in here with the Proto Belt. We can see Jackie on the side, though. He's going to have to get out. Flashes the safety as Viper arrives. Peanut shut down by Kanavi. Cream is chasing Zeka, and it's Viper versus the world, but in comes Cream. It's never a fair fight for the AD carries. This time it's Cream that gets the advantage. Jackie survives. TES takes the fight.
Seats are here as a committal on alive.
Arrow going to be able to tag Chris. Zeka has an angle here, but Chris not the target that he wanted. The TV's going to come in as well, but this is Cream. They're going to try to turn on him. He flashes out to safety immediately. Zayas is the target. Kanavi trying to get in the back line, and it's Peanut that's flying in. It's a Varus that's in trouble, and it's a Varus that's down already. Cream trying to make an impact, but he can't do anything. Zayas living for so damn long. 369 though, chopping him up, but he doesn't have the damage. Viper will survive. Viper will knock down 369. Not before he gets another. It's a 5 for 3.
You're not going to be able to burst him down. And look at Viper. Cream and Crisp are just not...
This is a risky dive to go for. Peanut is there, as is Zayas. And now the TP comes in. Are they going to spot it? But they are very far in there. Kanavi between 2 towers. Here comes the Akali. 369 trying to zone him out. The stun goes down onto Zayas. They're trying to burst him down, and they kill Zayas immediately. And now the hook lands onto Zeka, but in goes Peanut. Varus is in trouble again, and they get the kill onto Jackie. He is killed off by Zeka, and Zeka's going crazy. Viper is firing. You can't go for a dive like that against...
Kind of a punching bag. As will get spotted.
Go for him. Kanavi charging in. Zayas trying to get out to safety. Doesn't have the flash. It's going to be a couple seconds. He's trying to wait for it. Cream on the other side, though, is caught by Peanut. Peanut is unstoppable. You can say that again. And Zayas slides out to safety. Kanavi going to keep chasing. Can he connect with the wind becomes lightning? He can't do it. And it's Otacon on top. You kill Cream. You escape on the bot side. And it feels like this game is out of control. HLE are running the map again.
Yeah, I've seen that play before where everyone collapses onto one player and he just makes it out. Objective on the other end of the map gets taken, and the mid lane turret, it's something for TES, but the gold lead, as we pointed out, feeling a lot worse. The immediate impact of this Otacon is obviously not going to be quite as apparent. The flowers are strong, but it's particularly if you can get the buff. It's
they're
another collapse.
For this. There's no flash on Zayas, no ulti as well. Flash forward from Chris. They're going to lock him down. But can he just get over the wall to safety? We'll see. Kanavi looking. He's trying to go for the sidestep, trying to get safety. Kanavi just going to wrap around on him. Delight peeling. He sidesteps. He dodges. Zayas will not be stopped, but he gets hit by the hail of arrows, and the piercing arrow finally takes him down. TES throw everything, and they are rewarded with the kill. Now have Zeka and Peanut overstayed their welcome. They are spotted out here. Can TES get more? They absolutely need to. The arrow not going to connect. Zeka, though, could he get in the back line here? Jackie looking. They're trying to go in for Peanut. They are hitting him with the piercing out. Zeka in the middle of everyone. Zeka trying to get some work done. Buying time, and Delight and Viper have arrived. Peanut gets another. Zeka takes one, too. It's Jackie on the side, going to get knocked down. Punched into
the most fed members on Hanwha Life. All the gold is on them. And as the reinforcements arrive, TES after what's there.
Viper says, you force mine, I'll force yours right back. Jackie's in the area. Delight going to be looking, maybe gone too far forward. Viper is around as well. Can they punish him? Delight going to be the first here to fall. Peanut and Zeka look like they want this fight. Zayas coming on the flank, and Jackie's in trouble once again. Jackie getting pressure back. He has to flash out. Kanavi on the other side fighting Viper, but it's Viper who stands, who fires, who kills him again. And it's Zayas and Zeka taking down Jackie. That's a triple for Zeka. Can he get the quadra? TS trying to hope for 369 to pull off a miracle, but they just can't do it. It's the ace, it's the base, it's the 2-0 lead, looking like it's coming for HLE.
And we go from a clean ace 3 games in a row to a 5-4-1. And that's not gonna be enough, as the Nexus might not fall.
I gotta give some credit to 369. He has been making it work in these fights, but it just hasn't been enough. And now Zeka and Peanut going in again, and Kanavi incredibly low. The corruption, Jane's gonna get sidestepped and into the backline again. Jackie is dead for another time this game. Crisp is sure to follow. Cream trying to get out of there. We'll see if he can do it. Chain's back in, but just to die. 369 out alone, and he knows this game is over. Gonna stand and dance as he watches his hopes crumble away in this series.
Hanwha Life, again, the Nexus technically hasn't fallen yet. They went for Baron instead. They'll be picking up the Dragon next, but with those 2 inhibs, they're gonna go for the Dragon.
As it's a 5,000 gold lead for Peanut, and they are just ready for this one to be over. Cream getting pushed back. Peanut just going for a 3-level lead in the jungle. He's level 16. And Jackie knows he's gonna be the target again. Has no flash this time. 7 deaths for him already, as they have just been laser focused on this Varus. HLE threatening, Hex Flash getting channeled here from Delight. Will he go forward? He's gonna go in there, diving the base again. Of course, Cream is gone, and the fight is over before it even begins. Zeka chasing after, knocks down Chris. Kanavi trying to stand, trying to fight. They're gonna dive the fountain and take him down. Jackie, there is no safe haven. Retreating into the well, they want him, and they're gonna get him. Insult to injury, HLE will not be denied. Zeka doesn't even fall to the fountain. It's 2-0, and it's HLE 1 game away from the finals.
Of the back of the Nut God, as well as Zeka doing his best cosplay of 2022. Hanwha Life go up to a devastating 2-0 victory. That previous game, in hindsight, didn't feel quite so bad, because this one felt like, again, the early traits, they felt a lot more even. But then the moment that the actual fights came through, that Peanut and Zeka got to run wild,
Peanut is looking unstoppable. 52 kills. HLE are 1 game away from the finals. We'll be back after the break.
to Jin, which is to pick it away as the crank a consideration here, and it does get locked in.
It was an insta-lock of the Blitz crank here from Delight. Man, I will say, Magic Resist, and it looks like it will just be that trade. You can see Zayas fighting with 369, does have a nice little XP advantage. And Zeka, every level you get is just going to feel better and better. It's so important getting experience on this champion. You know, getting towards 9, massive spike is the max rank Q, and then hitting 13 for that really to be the hero in this game. It's just kind of withstand the pressure that is being put on. Nice sidestep there from Viper. Dodges the Frost Bomb, but the big one will connect. And now Peanut trying to get up here and potentially be involved. Can Delight find the angle for the hook? He's gonna find it, and in comes the Nature's Grasp. They're flashing forward. Peanut finds him, and he's getting locked down. Viper wants the kill, and he's gonna get it. The 4 shot for first blood. The ulti gonna get popped up as well. Kanavi is here now trying to get a kill back onto Delight. Is gonna be able to knock one down. Can they get the Bard out? They cannot do it. Players do get a little bit antsy.
Kanavi did pick up the kill.
Delight finds a hook, and there's the counter strike, but he's not in tower range critically. Chris will be okay, does get the stun on the wall. Peanut in the area, and the Jin is coming down now. They're going to try to look for the dive here on Zayas. Zayas counter strikes out, and he flashes away from the public execution. There's a flash to follow, though. Kanavi needs to actually block the shots, but he can't do it. Peanut gets a kill back as he locked down one. Jin still has the bullet remaining. Kanavi tanks it right to the face. Jackie Love, though, doing what he can. Knocks down one kill. Chris surviving with almost no health. The light is incredibly low, but Viper's in the area, and I don't know if they have the health to go for the dive. They're going to try to go back in. There's the stun. There's the cleanse to answer. Viper trying to get away. The Valkyrie forward, and Jackie Love does not connect with the Cosmic Binding, and now they're slowed up, and here comes the Nature's Grasp. Kanavi going to block it, but there's the root onto multiple members. The Bard ulti going to buy some time here for Kanavi. Can they actually try to turn this around? Viper knocking him down. He's going to be dead already, and in comes Cream, but Zeka on the side is going to push them back. The magical journey going to have
giant route comes towards you. Even Kanavi, who is one of the members that I think is actually the best time when it comes to surviving that, given that he has his E, just has to sit there and suffer as he gets taken out. Gold now equalized
playing
again.
it out very, very well, but has never really been able to get that kind of knockout punch. He's chipping him down, he's poking him out, but 369 has not been able to get a kill, never really been able to extend that lead.
But to change that as Viper. 369, he's looking.
369 is looking. Public Execution is going to connect on Viper, and they turned off the tower. He's chasing in. Viper cleanses, but can Viper survive? The silence isn't going to be enough. 369 can't get him. Peanut peels, and Jackie's under the tower. You don't want to be there. He's going to get knocked out. The magical journey coming through. Zeka trying to get around. It is 2 for 2. Jackie get caught in a bad spot. Kanavi trying to look for this fight here. Does try to time it out with the empowered Q, but at the same time, it's Zeus in the bot lane, unanswered, collecting the rewards. He goes for the towers, while the rest of his team holds strong in mid.
Allowing Peanut to join, and again, this alone, the fact that Cream is able to pick up the kill there, I think is huge, gets the shutdown of Viper. But while that was happening, there's a Jax just unanswered.
This series, I will say. Looks pretty fun to play AD carry when you're on HLE, as whole squad always there to cover, always feeling like they're the ones on the front foot, starting these fights off. But TES looking for a trade up on top side. They still have the Herald in pocket. They're going to hold on, knock down the tier 1 without using it, and likely try to use that, you know, maybe Zeka spotted here. Kanavi going to just drive this one in. It is everyone coming mid to answer for this. You can see Zeus moving down. Tower chunk low, but not killed off just yet. Zeka looking for the chunk here. Jackie down about half HP. Bartles into the backline. In comes Aurora, but Zeus is here as well. And TES feels like they've got to run. Public Execution is going to connect on no one as 369 was hooking to the tower, and Zeus is pushing forward. It's Viper that gets the first kill. Kanavi going back in. Zeus in trouble, flashing out to safety though. And in comes the Jin ulti. Cream getting slowed down. Crisp in trouble. The rest of the team just has to run as HLE get caught out here. Cream is chasing with Kanavi. Will they commit to it? There's the flash forward from Kanavi. Throws down the stun. The counter-strike going to be used. Zeus connects in onto Cream. Chris coming in as well. Peanut there trying to bail him out. Will Zeus be able to make it to safety? He uses the magical journey, but it's right back into Chris. The counter-strike's back up.
Says, good luck, buddy.
Get this as well. So 369 going to be pretty happy about this run of play. Grabs a couple flowers. They're going to start the Otacon as well. They really want to put the pressure on. They saw Zeka on the top side. He had no teleport. They're trying to punish the lack of a global. Can they rush it down? We do see there's no teleport on Zeus as well. So it's a 3v5 for now. Can HLE buy the time? Peanut is trying to fish. They're taking some damage here from Otacon though. They're getting hit by the spins. As Jackie Love getting low. Bartles thrown to the backline, but it doesn't actually connect. They do get the rune as Otacon, but can they get the reward after Zeka is here? Zeus is here, and that spells trouble. Viper opens up, and it's TES on the run. It's HLE taking the rewards. He follows through, but Zeus is in trouble. Viper trying to survive here, trying to get it back in. Kanavi gonna get knocked down. Cream on the run now with Jackie Love. Christmas here too, trying to get out. Soul Point, try to grab that third dragon. TES have eyes on it, but can they even find a way in? Delight is on the side. They're going to throw the Pantheon all down, but he's going to get hooked onto Kanavi. Great shield there, but Zeka's in the backline, putting pressure here onto Jackie Love. Zeka's incredibly low. Can Zeus get in there? The counter-strike's going to be hot from Zeus, and Zeus is trying to get down Jackie Love, but Jackie Love falcons to safety. Zeka is low. Cream's trying to knock him down, but he can't finish him off. In goes Jackie Love. He's going to get hit by the Deadly Flourish, and now comes the Jin ulti. Cream tanking the shots up. Delight looking for the hook, can't quite find it. The 4-shot important here. HLE, remember, they are on Soul Point. They grab this. That is going to be their soul, and Peanut's moving forward. They're going to try to target Peanut. Peanut could be in some trouble here. He's going to get stunned up, but in goes Zeka to the back line, and it's a 4-man Hemo Plague. Zeka chasing after Jackie Love. Jackie Love surviving for now, but he's incredibly low. On the other side, it's 369 looking for Viper, but it's Peanut trying to take down Jackie Love. Jackie Love surviving for now, but Zeus with the flash, the counter-strike, the kill on the back line. He's looking for Kanavi, and he's going to get him. 369 limps away. HLE gets the soul. HLE gets the fight.
Throw Zeka into them, and you can see TS instead the magical journey for the wall to just try and get out of at least that ultimate from the Jin. At least get away.
Trash.
And then
it's going to make it so hard to win out in these extended fights. Oh, they're looking. Public Execution connects onto Zeka, but the pool is in time. Kanavi couldn't find the stun. Great sidestep as well on the Tempered Fate. And here comes Zeus. He's into the back line again. Looking for the counter-strike. Jackie trying to kite out. It's going to be Kanavi knocked down by Viper. The 4-shot still available here. Cream trying to make it happen here, but he's on the run. Zeka has the cooldowns back up, and Viper chasing. Great sidestep though on the Deadly Flourish. Is going to mean Cream gets out, but at the end of the day, it's still Kanavi going down. It's still the towers falling, and it's still HLE getting closer and closer to the series sweep.
The damage is still done, even though...
To really make it happen. Pushing up here on that bottom side. Cream going for the chunk. Deadly Flourish going to be hopped away from by Cream. Does stay safe for now. It's up to the playmakers on TES to find a moment here. Can Chris find that key ultimate? Nature's Grasp. Gonna get popped here by Peanut, just buying some time. Kanavi gonna be hooked in. There's the Tempered Fate, buying a little bit more time, but Zeka's gonna go into the back line, pops the Hemoplague, is taking the tower. Pool's gonna be popped, 369 arrives. Can they get something back here? It's Zeus! Of course it's him! The Thunder God himself! Raining terror onto the back line, jumping forward again. Is gonna pop the Zeus. Can he get taken out here by Jackie Levin? Needs the timing to be right, and it is, but it just doesn't matter. HLE will not be stopped. It's a quadra for Viper on Jhin. They're marching on the Nexus. They're looking to put the finishing touches on what was an incredible series. It's LCK #1 versus LPL #1. But at the end of the day, it is not even close. HLE will not be stopped, will not be slowed, will march towards the finals and an inevitable fight with K-Corp tomorrow.
As Delight flashes a Gen.G logo, him and Peanut had a wonderful year on. The Gen.G, they dispatched of them. And now TES dispatched by them as well. This third game felt in many ways like the closest one, but the break point inevitably was found. The team fighting from Hanwha Life just seemingly unmatched. And it's hard to imagine this team not just continuing it, particularly in these tense moments. There is just an always impending sense of doom as TES. This was supposed to be the finals, but it wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't, not the tournament that TES wanted, not by a long shot. Gonna be heartbreak for them, but on the other side, Isaiah celebrating with the support of the crowd here. Definitely a remarkable player, but HLE just have that it factor. They have that special something to be able to always come out on top, you know, with a monster series, especially the first two games, complete jungle gap. And really across the board, the team really did shine. I feel like there's nothing that exemplifies how the team fights were going better than how safe this man looked in most of the fights. When you compare most of the series, how Jackie Love looked versus how Viper looked, it was always Viper, you know, on the front foot. It's always Jackie trying to cut away, trying to run for his life, but not quite able to do it. HLE just know how to navigate these team fights, create space for their carry. They are going to go in towards Rakan instead.
Oh, I find Rakan so difficult to play into this comp, though. There's just damage coming out of everywhere, right? And so Rakan being as squishy as he is, he's going in with the quickness.
They're TP bot. They have 3 bot here, so this actually kind of has to work.
Well, see whether it does. Zeus, only level 5, wants to try and cook this wave as best he can, but he doesn't have the equalizer. There's the flash. There's Connor, yep, to the sky.
The top wave to not fall too far behind is Delay.
Yeah, caught out just a little bit here, wanting to buy space for Peanut as best he can, and he should be able to do so quite well. Peanut now with one of these Void Grubs remaining. Now Peanut diving in. There's the 2-man pulverizes. Yikes, in a bit of trouble. Zeka, he'll turn up. Doesn't have Emperor's Divide back available just yet as the Void Seeker barely going wide. Conquering Sands not finding the mark either, as this tree is looking pretty durable, but not durable enough. As Zeka that I was expecting it to be when I looked down there. As here's a flash pulverize. Killer Instinct from Viper all the way behind the KC bottom lane, and Peanut throws out the Cyclone for fun. The bullet time's there as well. Viper takes it. Yeah, so there is one of them. Vladdy going to be getting towards the top side of this fight. These Grubs going to be split as there's the Weaver's Wall. In goes Delight, but he gets flung back immediately. That cow is a stake immediately. And Peanut just wanted to be cheeky. Will be able to grab another Grub here, and now they're looking to try and exit the fight. Peanut's going to need to flash preemptively there as well, not wanting to get twisted advanced on, as Nimbus Strike will be able to buy him a bit of space. Canna catches up there, and a Cyclone going to be used defensively. Unfortunately, Vitagomas doesn't make it in, but it doesn't matter in Zeka.
Really wanted to fully commit to it, but KC actually pull off the chase, get on top of their backline, and get a couple of crucial
Last time we saw him, so he's been waiting there for quite a long time. He's going to be looking.
Yeah, Vladdy does have the rocks on the ground, so can't actually use them to stop that headbutt. The flash forward from Viper, and that will be a kill. Shutdown coming.
It's insult to injury, and they're going to be able to get that tower.
Oh, man.
Oh, maybe? No, okay, it's going to go down. So, yeah, they get the first.
Stop him. Not actually going to get rid of that vision. As you can see, Zeka making his way in, and this is another turret that is likely going to fall. There it goes.
And that
so
means
the answer comes through, and everything very even as once again, Delight is pulverizing. Kalist's going to get stunned up there by the trample, and he is dead once again.
Yeah.
well, the item spikes as well, hit one item on either side, but I think Hanwha Life, they're going to be feeling amazing. That Triforce on Peanut is big.
Well, there's the Nature's Grasp. Cyclone there for Peanut as well as the Rift Herald is being ignored. Down comes the Rumble as well. Equalizer not in the most perfect position, but they split up the fight. They managed to take down
for HLE because they never got a full set of those 3 grubs. And meanwhile, Kana just pushing up on that top side, playing heavily.
Many a time, but KC, they don't want to make that happen as they get the mid lane turret here. Are going to be able to open up the map with that.
Yeah, will be traded on the bottom side, though. No one going to be answering Zeka, so he gets ISO gold down there. He's going to be able to open up his own advantage, and Zeus realizing not in a position to actually take this fight, but we'll cancel the recall now.
He cancels it. We'll be able to get that point-blank harpoon as the flash out from Canna, flash to immediately follow there from Zeus, and he just cooks him.
So damage though, I just don't know if they're ever going to get to this pit. Look at the light there.
It's going down so incredibly quickly. Viper, yeah, no, it is just gone. Yes, they see it, but that's all they're going to see is Delight going to cancel all of that CC with his ultimate, and now realizing that they weren't actually going to go for a fight. It might be that they can get the cow, although he just flashes in. Throws down the ulti as Zaya says, well, I guess I'm not going that direction. Now realizing, I think, that he's probably going to be dead as there are rocks all over the ground. He gets flung back.
Or answer out of Zeka, so big play there from KC, punishing the side lane.
Well, Weaver's Wall going to come through here once again. Vladdy looking for an opportunity. Seismic shove going to hit onto Viper. And the Shock Blast to follow up that punishment. Just insane as he's still burning down. Sitting at about 150, and he's going to have to Blast Cone his way out of this one. The rest of HLE just trying to play defenses. I don't think Delight is going to be as lucky as his AD carry. We'll have a Pulverize, I think. Yeah, there it is. And then he's dead. And so the Drake gonna go over towards Yike at the same time. Dragon advantage.
Dig out the TP. They get the Dragon, but the Kalist.
Oh dear, there's a Cyclone. Zeka gonna turn up. These Sand Soldiers doing some work. Doesn't actually hit Kalist with the ult though. Only on Targamas as now the Nature's Grasp. The flash from Zeka is aggressive, but the Seismic Shove is better. And Zeka will be taken down. Twisted Advance does it, but now Zeus is going to turn up the Equalizer. He's going to soften them up and then knock him down. Canna goes to the skies, looks to get some revenge against Zeus, but Yike is so far in. Now doing battle against a Delight that's only just come back, and Peanut wants to get some revenge himself. Behind enemy lines is this tree, and Yike should be falling, although he makes it back to the rest of his team. He's running, and it's actually Delight that falls eventually. He does go down, but I'd say that there should be a worth in all chat. There's another teleport to bring Zeus into this mid lane as he's booking it towards Canna once again. Kalist will have the damage though, and Zeus is just gonna fall. The bullet time to rain on through.
They do have to be aware of the flash timers though. Both Viper and Kalist spent their flash, but Delight has his.
Yeah, Headbutt Pulp comes in. Targamas should be able to make it towards Vlad if he wants to, but instead they turn it around. There's the shutdown onto Peanut. Delight has to get the heck out of there. Weaver's Wall comes through.
Could have gone for the Dragon. There are still a lot of teamfight ultimates available. Zeus, Zeka, Viper, and Delight. All of theirs available.
Oh, wow. Blowing the stopwatch very early here to Zeus as the Equalizer comes down. Delight looking for an angle. In goes Zeka. Finds two with the ulti, but immediately he's thrown around. Does go into stasis eventually. Viper taken down. Zeus, the last man standing. He's got a flamethrower, but no hope. It's a double for Yike, and there goes the Baron. KC, they're looking to put themselves into a position to win this game.
Point as well for them being able to, and there we go. Use that Baron.
Something in the tank here if they want to win this one as Nature's Grasp comes through once again. There's a wall there as well. The bullet time comes down as this Unbreakable Will is going to need to be exactly that as Delight utilizes it to get rid of a whole lot of damage. But now the Equalizer coming down. The quickness comes through from Targamas, not able to get on top of Peanut, but that doesn't matter. Empress attack once again. Hits two.
It's a double for Vladdy though on the other side. Cannon going to be taken down, and now Zeus is looking to chase after Targamas and Yike. He has to sacrifice himself, but now it's Viper and Zeka chasing after the remainders of the Baron, as Yike should be chased out here by the Pigeon Man. And Targamas, I think he's probably going to be fast enough to get out as Yike. He's on vision. He's got that little sapling down, though, and we're going to need a shifting sands from Zeka to be able to catch up to this guy. And twisted advance, not quite enough.
Here, of the river.
They just sort of
wandered in.
Yeah, the monkey and the cow just sort of like going forward. Pigeon getting involved now as well, as Zeka throws out some sand soldiers. This dragon already down to 50%. Yike wanting to move on over. Let's see whether this Nature's Grasp comes down. The equalizer is going to be preemptive though, as Delight going to get rooted, does have his unbreakable will, and HLE, you can just get them yourselves out, but instead they're looking for a team fight as Zeka finds some sand soldiers. The quickness going to get interrupted, and the charge comes through, knocked up as well, but he just shifts the sands, gets himself out.
TP.
Now without Delight, they're going to teleport on top to see whether they can take down HLE. Vladdy going to get harpooned. He looks for some of these shots as Zeka goes golden with that Zhonya's, and in the meantime, Peanut is just going to get melted. Two-man on the Emperor's Divide is not quite good enough, as Kalist taking the damage here as the GA is going to be popped as well. Man, that Bloodthirster looks completely broken as he one-taps Viper, and that could just be the end of the game.
And Delight is going to be up at 10 seconds, but I don't think he alone can do it. And Hanwha Life, they got the dragon. But if it comes at the cost of the Nexus, no one's going to be calling Worth, and Kalist being alive means that there's so much damage. We'll see 25 seconds for Peanut here.
I don't think they're going to be able to do it, as Delight just needs to try and get in there and stop this wave from getting towards these Nexus turrets. I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. What is he going to do? Like, moo aggressively in their direction? I don't think that's going to happen. Trying to headbutt Kalist away does make a fair bit of sense here. As down goes Delight, and look at this. These turrets do not last long enough at all. The first Nexus claimed will be that of HLE's after they chose the blue side here in Game 1.
And the Hanwha Life Game 1 win streak ends. Just like that.
It's KC coming out on top, absorbing that engage. HLE trying to force there, but the equalizer was on no one. Delight got nothing done with his engage, and KC gets the chase down, punished massively. Vladdy with that teleport chasing after him, getting Zeka incredibly low. He tries to go for the hero play, but he didn't have the juice to knock him down. Kalist on the other side with the rest of the team, able to finish him off and just push for the win. It's a massive start from KC. They have got to be ecstatic.
And that was incredible too, because the game was so extraordinarily close. Every single moment throughout had to be played exceptionally well. Everyone had to be extremely locked in. But now it is time to throw it over to the space to break down the KC victory here in Game 1.
But Engage Brom, we all know, isn't the greatest, and then the kite back and the range on this comp of KC is a complete nuisance.
I feel like they have a giga draft gap.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I think their draft is so much better for KC. Aurora 1-6 so far.
Away, as well as just a neutralizing pick, as we often see him use, because he gets to lane pretty decently into effectively anything.
And I've always felt like Zeus is just such a confidence player, right? When he is playing really well, he can just play even better. And after a game
to get all of these, he doesn't have his, or he still has a smite.
They're just not coming to contest, though. I mean, you have your bot lane top, but you're just going to let him do it in your face.
Yep, he's still got smite, so Yike might be able to come over and try and contest as far as that is concerned, but that is Peanut just taking it away. 6 grubs, that's
pull themselves back.
The big thing for me after the previous game, though, is how good the team fighting looked as Targamas.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption smashed into the wall there as well, and he decides to turn it into a bit of an engage because he has nowhere else to go. That's first blood somehow here at 12.
So much better, particularly with Hanwha's strength being team fighting. So that's something that I think they can still rely on. But it's, again, Gold Lead, it just keeps on climbing slowly and steadily, and if they're not careful, they are just going to get choked out of this game.
Yeah, but they're not at that position now, definitely. We'll see. It is going to be a Cloud Soul spawning here, which is quite strong.
That's something we haven't talked about yet, as Zeus should be fine here still. I don't think there's enough people nearby. Let's get
Does need to hit this tower a couple of times before he makes his way out as he flashes, actually. Not sure about that one as the Nara into the wall. He hits the Mega as Delight comes over. The redemption coming down, though, as Yike looking to try and protect his top laner. But with Peanut in the area, they might be able to get something done, but Delight is just being given up for the Ghost.
He's dead.
And it looks like KC are going to be able to finally strike back in this game, answering that first blood with a kill of their own.
A kill there and equalize things somewhat here in that top lane.
Well, Peanut is going to come on over here as the rest of KC looking to try and take down this Rift Guard. It's going to be stolen by Peanut. And he's tanky enough to be able to pick up this Eye and Targamas at the same time. Throws out the Impale for what feels like fun. As the Spiraling Despair comes down, Peanut trying to deliver it to the rest of his teammates. He's blast going in the hole. Not quite working out, although it might be enough to kill Zeus. Like you were saying, see whether he can crush his way out of it. There's enough CC here as Vladdy is getting the same treatment as the Glacial Fissure, almost what finishes him off there, as Zeus will get taken down as well. Peanut, in the meantime, though, is looking for that soul point that we were talking about. The rest of HLE on that bottom side coming out.
It is slow.
Yeah. She is going to try and assess what's going on. True Shot Barrage does give that information over, and Daisy is sacrificed.
Oh, Zeka's standing guard. The poke is landing.
How are you supposed to engage here as Between Worlds come down at any moment? Kalist moving in now. The flanking Ezreal is not the scariest, as there's the wallop from Zeus to slow them down. Yeah, they're looking for this, but I don't know about it. It's down to 1,000 as there goes the Otacon, and it's voracious. So we've got some second lives here for HLE. Really does thrive. Problem is that they sort of don't thrive anywhere with how far behind they have now become. 5,000 gold as Peanut looks to try and pick up Kalist, not able to do so. Arcane Shift going.
This is the opportunity they needed. There's a deep TP there from Zeka.
That's kind of crazy, actually. It's the minion wave is going to spot him.
They will see him.
Yeah. But now with that information, what are they going to do with it? That's the real question. The remaining four going to be, the 5 members of KC all moving back as a unit. Make it 6 as Daisy comes out. Zeka moving over. They are splitting this one up. Kind of taking a big chunk from Zeka here, who is really playing with the amount of gold that he does have. He cuts through kind of quite effectively. Piercing arrows being thrown out. That range that we were talking about from Viper really a factor here. As there's the Hex Flash in from Targamas, but he's melting! They kind of ignore him here as he gets stunned up. Chains of Corruption do go wide, though, as Delight taking a lot of damage. But the poke, the artillery fire here from Viper is just ludicrous, and Kalist getting thrown out of the battle. Zeus still extremely healthy. As Zeka on this flank angle, and they will be able to take the soul, but one more can they get? Exactly right. Zeka finding almost everyone with that one, as down goes Vladdy. Canna just realizing that someone will have to die. It may as well be him as Zeka gets another one in the fight. Zeka is looking really, really good, and this is not his flavor of champion either, as Peanut looking aggressive, finds the Impale. They're happy to just grab any target as Daisy and Targamas both going down in unison. And Zeus is just zoning everyone away. Yike segmented off as well. He'll just explode. Concussive blows.
And then the Baron is going to be free, and they can even go for Vladdy at the same time. He gets tagged.
Yeah, Winter's Bite coming on through there as there's the stun. And Vladdy going to be taking a lot of damage. Does manage to almost kill Zeus.
To make it look close.
Yeah, as his health bar doesn't move because he hits Mega Gnar at exactly the right time. I'm tilted on his behalf.
Yeah, when the engage...
There's 3 members pushing top. No one's there, so Zeus knows.
Yeah.
Is he wise?
Enough, maybe.
Well, he is now moving the wrong direction. Or is this the right direction? Yeah, Cloud Soul is also just kind of obscene.
He's fine.
As, Kalist is the one that's in trouble as the Impale comes through. Zeka there for the follow-up damage, and this Ezreal nowhere he can go, and Zeus turns it into an engage opportunity onto Vladdy. That's, I think, demonstrating just how far behind KC are this game as they'll move up towards this inhibitor on the top side. The base just in ruins. As HLE, I think they're done here with game number 2. They're going to make it a best of 3 as they take down the second. As KC pretty happy. They have that 1-game buffer. They can use this as an opportunity to go back to the drawing board and figure something else out. But this one was all HLE all the time. And this team looks real angry with dropping a game in this series.
Yeah, Nexus, I think, ends up falling to mostly minions as that felt personal. They're in the fountain.
I mean, you saw Zeus actually still sitting in his seat there as well. He's like, I just want to get into the next game as well. I think that first game really did hit him.
9 towers to 0. I don't think they gave up a single objective, only gave over 2 kills, and you're feeling very happy about the fact that he is on such a strong, comfortable champion.
Delight. This is some life energy coming out here, of course. Life in the LCK and the Ocean.
Oh, I know about this one. We have Zeka on the roam already. Maybe just let it go.
Looking a little dangerous.
Yeah.
And there it is. The first Chemtech Drake going to be taking usage from Zeus. That should mean Peanut's able to grab at least 2 of them. This third one not going to happen, as it's a good shattering strike there, as the base breaker going to come on through. Only level 4 here from Delight, but he's got the haymaker to keep himself alive. That's still going to be first blood going over to HLE, and it's Zeka that picks it up. Yike should be able to kill Delight. I say should. He's going to need another auto attack, maybe a Q. The Winter's Wrath is enough to get that one done. But Can is now in trouble. The leap strike will take him out. And Vladdy, can you be the hero? That's the question. Finding a death rate, getting a little bit done here, and Yike looks like he's not done just yet. Leap strike is going to be up for Zeus, as the Winter's Wrath not going to find bottom lane here of KC. As Yike is going to face check. Facebreaker is going to come through as well. As Yike gets into the brush, does manage to take his red buff, but there's the knock-up. And in comes Zeka. He lands the chain, but Delight goes down first. A 1-for-1, and the red, I guess, was secured by the now dead Sejuani.
Yeah, that's a shutdown going over here to Zeka, though.
Oh dear, Glacial Prison that he just picked up as well. And now Vladdy is just dead. Peanut able to come on through with the audacious charge, and oh dear, if it wasn't bad before, it is now. Deadly Flourish is going to catch Viper, who does have to cleanse, and then will be allowed.
Is a big deal.
I mean, it's just a little bit greedy. I think he was mismanaging the time there. He's thinking, you know, I can get in and actually clear this wave. Kalisto.
Yeah, Facebreaker onto both of them. Cannon Barrage is there. As the flash away from the crash down. Targamas only level 5, but it doesn't actually matter. Yike actually in the perfect position. And Kalis says, yep, I'll just bait you in. But now Zeka looking for even more. Wind becomes lightning. Zeka just, throws out the dash cannon. And now Yike is in trouble as well. The knock-up comes through. Peanut is able to take down Targamas, and now Yike hit by the haymaker. Zeka has enough damage, and it's a double for Peanut as he comes 5-1 in the end. A lot of extra side lane power for a Jax composition alongside the Silas is terrifying if you're trying to keep your structures alive. As HLE moving Viper to the mid lane now, looking to set up for that style of play as the arrow is going to connect onto Kalist. Peanut moving in as well. Facebreaker, fantastic. There's the superplexes. Oh my god! The Magnet Storm's so good! Yike has been in the perfect positions, and Delight going to be going down as well. Yike finally falls, but Zeka is a raid boss. He's just too strong!
Fan, you're praying that it is an Ocean, that it's not an Infernal or a Hextech or something like that. That would be so devastating, but it's just a great initial engage here from HLE. The turnaround, though, was unexpected.
Recently. KC right now in a rough spot is, Targamas.
Yeah, Targamas in a little bit of trouble. That is a beautiful arrow, but doesn't actually do too much here as Vladdy getting pushed around. Once again, though, KC holding themselves together. Another suplex from Delight, who gets a haymaker for the big old shield and uses that to take down his opposite number. It's a 1-for-1 trade in the end as, oh god, yeah, there's those Bash Brothers we were talking about. Vladdy is going to bear the brunt of that as Zeka underneath the turret isn't worried at all. The curtains have been called as Viper wanting to get that fancy footwork out, and Peanut needing to block at least one of them. Viper now looking for even more, and there it is. Yike finally taking him down. Peanut grabbing
Zeus builds
a 1.3k gold lead.
Yeah. He might die here, but he does get the turret.
Well, let's see where the cannon can live as well, as Grandmaster's Light has been brought. There is Delight! The flash over the wall from Kana.
Oh my god, has he been on a mission in game 2 and 3, and now Vladdy in trouble again?
Oh no, it's the Bash Brothers at it again. It's Peanut down here towards the bottom side, and oh god.
Behind the pace of the game, because Zeka and Peanut are just ramping it up. And we talked last game about how, they said, you know what, we're not going to skirmish anymore. This game is the opposite. TP's coming in, they're battling again.
Let's see whether Zeus can survive this one. Another arrow is going to sail by majestically, and down goes the Jax. But now Zeka has turned up, and so has the rest of the gang. Facebreaker comes through. Yike gives him the thumbs up. I think he knows that he's well and truly dead. Peanut wanting to take down Canner at the same time. He's going the wrong direction. Takes a while to get through Yike there, as well as the audacious charge. Wind becomes lightning actually missing onto Canner there, as we could see. And Targamas, I think you might just be more food for HLE if you stick around, buddy, as Delight is going to go over the wall. Does have the ignite there, and Viper with the volley will be able to lock that one down. Targamas, like we said before, It's going to be hard for him to be able to do anything as the Deadly Flourish, not really that right now, as it's a double for Viper, and now he's strong.
The way that this game is going is very different, but the flavor does feel the same. As I'm looking at the gold lead right now, Hanwha Life, they're just taking an
It's a 3.4 thousand gold lead individually for just Zeka.
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, Delight, it's hard to think how you could possibly stop Zeka from this point. You know, he's got his Seekers as well for the next fight. You know, KC are going to send everybody top, but
is it enough? That's the question. As the Winter's Wrath goes wide, they do manage to land that Glacial Prison, and Zeka going to buy some time by breaking this arm guard of his. And it should be enough here, as he's got a Glacial Prison of his own, and now he's bought enough time for the rest of his team to turn up. Delight comes in with the ultimate. Targamas with the Magnastorm going to try and get something done. Delight already dead in this fight. And now Zeus with the counter-strike, going to be able to take down Targamas first. And Yike, no damage back here, as Zeka should be able to hold him in place and take him down. It's another one, godlike now for this Silas, as Vladdy does get his shield back. And Peanut, he might be able to get in there, but he decides not to. Not going to be diving in an inhibitor turret just yet, as it is Arakan going down. And this teleport is going to get Zeka over here. And Kana, we saw what happened last time.
Just one turret!
I don't know whether that's going to be allowed. He eats some oranges, but I just don't know whether he's going to be K, guys. I don't think he's going to be K. Legendary now for Zeka, as this is getting difficult to watch here in Game 3.
It's starting to feel a bit...
shutdowns like it's free ice cream. They're too far ahead.
Yeah.
It's just you can't contest anything.
Well, Zeka did steal a curtain call, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. And he lands all the bullets. Doesn't do very much.
On Yike.
Gave Sejuani a little scratch on the butt there.
Yeah, he certainly did. Now another curtain call going to come through, as there's a Magnastorm as well. Zeka taking a lot of damage, but goes golden to get away from the Glacial Prison. Down goes the set once again, but that's kind of been Delight's job so far this series. Is into the backline, goes Zeus, he's finding everyone with his counter-strike. Now kind of being pushed away. Vladdy died at some point in that skirmish, and the rest of KC relegated.
And then the moment Zeus shows up, you know, the 4 versus 5 is the best bet you're going to get as KC. That Jax just runs rampant in the side lane. You know, well, they're just jumping onto inhibitor turrets now.
Well, Zeka versus 2 is not fair. So, as Yike is, I mean, this is a mission.
He's going to get out.
Well, let's see whether he can.
He's fine.
He's outsmarted the turret. Yeah, nicely done. Targamas in this 1v2. Okay, Zeus doesn't know how to take damage. Yike does manage to land an ulti here, as we can see. Is Zeka going to be able to turn into the Sejuani, picks up the ult. He's legendary again. And Zeus is continuing this onslaught. And if I was Kalista, I would just have no idea what to do. Like, what are you supposed to do? Give him the thumbs up. Maybe that's just the rule. There's Vladdy going to turn up there as well. Zeus inside the enemy base. Delight going to be moving on over as well. And Leap Strike to get him out of there, so at least they convince the Jax to leave.
They got a tower.
Yeah.
We're on the board. Kana takes the tower.
Well, Zeka has found Vladdy again. Chaos Storm sort of everywhere, flash out, and Delight just does the walk up and ignite maneuver. Yeah. Kingslayer gets a whole bunch of health back, not going to be able to land the chain here as the Cannon Barrage will help take him down. Kalista there with the 4th shot to the back of the head. So they get the shutdown. The legendary Zeka is dead. And it's a 12,000 gold lead. Facebreaker comes on through here onto Targamas. And Peanut turns up. He says, I'm still very legendary.
He hasn't died yet, by the way. Peanut now winning the KDA battle.
Yeah, nailing it. Although actually Zeka is now definable as far as KDA is concerned. Kana is going to get audaciously charged at here by Peanut. Flashes out of the way of the arrow. But this is now minions attacking Nexus turrets. I think game number 3 is done and dusted, as HLE will move to match point here in this best of 5 and have now the opportunity to become our first stand champions with another win in this series.
HLE just looking untouchable in back-to-back games. I mean, KC did get a tower in this one, but it was at the cost of the base and the Baron at the very end of the game. They are just completely dominating. The team has looked like they are on a different level than everyone else in this competition. KC gonna have to go back to the drawing board and find a way to be able to get back into this series.
And obviously, the moment that we saw the Silas and the Zinzao get that far ahead, I think the game is always going to be really hard to play. I'm sure Casey knows that as well. But the fact that the counterpick on Zeus didn't work, that for me is real cause for concern, because you need to keep that guy down. Otherwise, the rest of Hanwha Live just gets to run free unchecked.
Exactly right. And now HLE find themselves one game away from becoming our inaugural first stand champions. And we'll see if they can close it out in game 4 right after the break.
So we'll see what the response from Casey is going to be.
Renata is just...
complete no-brainer. The Renata does come through.
Renata's Giga pick. But why would they ban, you think, Pyke and Nautilus over that? Because it feels to me like such an obvious one. That's a little bit surprising. I mean, Targamas did play a Pyke game, but...
Move over. Can take the body slam, of course, as Peanut's
moving in as well.
What is he doing?
I don't know. He's sort of just auto-moving into the brush. He's going to be lit on fire. There's that ignite that you were talking about as he flashes over the wall. Yike now as well in a really weird position. First blood goes over to Peanut. Yike is going to have to flash, but the immediate follow is there from Zeus, who might be starting the game with another one. Yep, there we go. The hook shot comes off cooldown. Charm going wide there as well, as you can see. Peanut over the wall, so it should be 2 grubs over to KC. Peanut denying, I guess, a portion of feats of strength here for KC. They're not going to be holding that monopoly, and we know that. And the thing that I'm thinking is the fact that the early game that was so awful feels like a nightmare now, not actual, like, real League of Legends. So that's a really did abuse the Galio this time around. Hasn't been the case at all. And he's been doing just fine. Is Delight going to find a body slam? And Canna going to be delivered to the hook shot. Nowhere that he can go. And that is just the advantage as far as those pushes are concerned. The Void Might's going to be helping them out when they're trying to take down these turrets.
Yeah, I mean, if Kana had ulti there, it might have been able to get a kill or at least a flash, but of course he didn't. I still like Zeus down for as long as humanly possible. You can't let him just farm against the Galio.
Wow, that sidestep was absolutely absurd. The charm going to connect onto Kana as well. Throws down the ulti though, and Zeka taking a lot of damage. Heroic entrance as well, but it's not enough. Peanut is able to lock down the kill before the gargoyle arrives. Does get the flash out from Peanut though, as he wanted to avoid the taunt. Another charm connecting here as it's magnetic for Zeka.
It's so hard to battle back.
You can see there on his portrait, the adoration ticking over towards 300
grubs. KC was from Hanwha Live, particularly with the Camille. If there's no one to protect the turret, isn't really anything that they can do, as there goes the first turret blood. That's Feats going over to Hanwha Life as well, and we are getting closer and closer to the point where KC, they're just going to need to somehow get Kalista kill.
Yes.
And there are, again, many tools, but you can see as well, Hanwha Life are, I feel like, playing around it very careful. Oh, Kana.
Well, he was thinking about going for a bit of a back here and possibly baited in, as there's the body slam flash from Delight. Put into the Hextech ultimatum, and Canna is just dead with the help of the turret.
No chance
the Bash
for him.
Bros.
Oh dear. Remember, cease and desist still available as the Vault Breaker even lands. He flashes, but cease and desist says no justice for you, my friend. And he's taken down. Rift Herald does go over to KC in the meantime. But
whatsoever, you're in a good spot. It's only the second dragon here from KC. You know, maybe Peanut fishes around to try for a steal, but don't need to.
Or do they just go for it anyways? The flash out from Targamas. He does avoid the charm. They take a lot of damage though. Zeka actually really hurting right now with 2 items completed. The dragon, 50 health. And it is going to be secured here by KC. Flash out from Peanut gets him to relative safety. In the meantime, outer turret in mid lane. And the cask is going to connect the charm to follow. But it's not enough to kill Targamas just yet, as the inner turret is also dead.
I love what Hanwha do there. It's literally just a
opportunity where you can chase in, but it's going to be so hard. It's desperation hours.
Kalist, if he dies here, it could just all be over, and he is definitely dead. Peanut. There's fists were made for talking, as Yike now also in trouble. Delight with the body slam comes through. Zeus turns up as well, and Yike is also on the floor. HLE just taking him down one after the other. Another inner turret should be going down here as the minion wave is still very healthy. And is that
early? And the moment any CC connects, you know this Draven is 100% dead.
And they layered it perfectly, right? You know, it's Peanuts all into the root, into the Delight all, into the body slam, into the Vault Breaker, everything back to back to back to back. I mean,
will be discovered here as the control ward does go down. As Zeus not going to get justicely punched and just walks back into the taunt. There are 4 people here. Remember, does of course have the Otacon, but instead just walks away from the Comet Spear, walks back towards Kalist as he throws out the hook shot. Zeus, you are, that's all, it's bordering on rude. Honestly, that was bordering on rude. Whirling Death
is not really going to connect there, and the thumbs up, a little bit of a worry, as the charm is going to bring Targamas through the base gate, as another taunt is going to connect, but it's even Delight that seems too tanky. He's going to withdraw, and Viper is in the enemy base. As the Xayah, they're looking to break it open here at 24 minutes. And I think HLE are pretty ready.
And I think we all do writings on the wall to see how you actually get back into this game, right? No kills have been found, no turrets have been found.
Oh, Kana is dead. But there's another fight going on here, as we can see. Double body slam. There's a gorgeous cask as Delight lined him up, put him exactly where he wanted him, and no bailout is going to be enough. Yeah, you could post all the money you have, and it would not get you out of that prison. As Zeus moves into this mid lane to take down yet another inhibitor turret. Inhibitors going to be falling one after the other, as well as HLE take bottom, they take mid. They might even be able to take top lane if they get that minion wave in order, as well as the rest of them moving on over. It's very early in this game, so it's not likely to be just the end, as the inhibitor does survive somehow. Justice Punch onto Zeka. The taunt is going to connect as well. Kaliss moving over, lands the stand aside, but he's charmed as the flash finally is used, and the Whirling Death is just wide. But there's the Winds of War to come on through. The immediate heroic exit here for Vladdy at the same time. It's Kaliss with the bailout. Is going to take down Zeus. And cease and desist. I don't know about that one, Peanut. That was really a little bit of an overstep, you could say. And HLE probably stop going in now. It's KC. They find themselves here after losing most of their base. They're moving towards the Baron.
Yeah, they were just looking for even more, though. They're just looking to scrap here in a 2v5. They're taking the fight.
Okay, Delight and Viper, this is, there's limit testing and there's limit testing. They are moving them away from the Baron.
Well, they just want to ensure.
We'll see.
I'm going to connect onto Targamas, but not going to be dead just yet. And what is the answer? How are you supposed to get in here outside of just Yike ulting in? He certainly could do that, as Zeus wanting to stop that one from happening. The cask going to be used just to remove them from the pit. And you're right, it's only Peanut that's kind of in there. Viper finally comes back and starts hitting it with some orders. In goes Zeus, and Yike unable to get the steal, but they're still able to get the kill onto Peanut. The answer is going to be there, and Kana, he now has that ulti on cooldown. Zeus taxis in! And teleport is optimistic from Zeus. Let's see whether this 1v2 is going to work out. He is level 17. And there is a heroic entrance, so with 3 people it might work out. Not timing the Hextech ultimatum just right here, but the rest of HLE are going to turn up. The bailout onto Kana is going to be able to keep him alive, but he's dead immediately afterwards, and Viper says, enough of this silly business. I'm looking to try and win the game with double siege minions. Both of these Nexus turrets are going to die. Vladdy going golden, but he can't defend, as the hostile takeover is fantastic, but he does have the Featherstorm still. Avoiding the feathers, though, is Vladdy. Can he get more here as Targamas is chasing after him, and Viper, man against the world, he's going to be able to take down Targamas, but there he goes.
Side of Hanwha Life took some liberties that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Reinforcements can arrive. Nexus turrets can respawn now. So there is a possibility for a hold, but we do see in the picture the Infernal Soul.
Yeah, there's some fast and loose moves being pulled here, as Zeka is going to use the ultimate, but you can see Kaliss starting to do a lot of work here. That was just one of these axes, and the Ahri lost a third of her health. That is certainly good news here for KC, but they've only got 1 turret left remaining. 2 of them are going to be respawning, but this is the last one that they can lose for real. And some inhibitors also in a little bit of trouble, as Kana going to be trying to clean things up, and here they are back once again. And the cask going to separate Targamas, but now the re-engage. The charm just going to interrupt everything as the Grand Starfall. Not exactly timed perfectly here by Yike, as the full engage hadn't actually occurred from HLE. They're just going to move back. They're going to take the inhibitor.
Just can't get to that objective.
Yeah, and Delight
Yike, maybe the steal.
This is actually, yeah, so they do get the vision. Whirling Death is going to hit Zeka, so it doesn't get to...
Feels like it's all up to Kaliss, really, trying to set him up. He does have 4 items completed now. He is kind of that strong member at this point.
Yeah.
KC can find the perfect angle. We'll see.
Yeah, Yike is certainly off on a flank angle here as the Grand Starfall to get him in, but the immediate body slam to delay it. Viper just pulls back the feathers. There's a dead Pantheon. The 2-man body slam is gorgeous
as the defensive ulti from Vladdy is trying to get things done. Hostile takeover is going to connect onto Zeka, but he goes golden in the nick of time. Targamas hit by the feathers, and now Sayers turns up, and all of KC are going to be on the floor. Their last dance in this first stand as HLE are looking to take down the Nexus for the third time in this best of 5 and become your first stand champions.
And the first game gave us hope. A back and forth, a crazy streak being broken. But then game number 2, 3, and 4, it was Hanwha Life showing why they are the LCK representative here at First Stand.
And HLE throughout this whole event just on another level than the rest of the competitors. KC still should be very proud, made it to the finals here. Did Europe proud, a great debut for most of these players internationally. Absolutely. A lot to be excited about with this KC club, for sure. Took down CFO in a really exciting series, but HLE, they are just different. These guys have looked so incredible. They really do showcase the fearless style.
They certainly do. But in our trophy ceremony presented by Mercedes-Benz, HLE will lift an international trophy for the very first time. Peanut has been, of course, able to lift it, but with a different team, with SKT back in the day, but now with the team that took over from the Rocks Tigers in their slot in the LCK. It means so much that Peanut, even now, is able to help that organization, or at least the one that took them over, hoist a trophy for the first time.
And Zeus as well, gonna go for his trophy lift. First time not with T1, forging his own path with HLE.
Ensuring he doesn't bonk his head on the trophy again.
Yeah, definitely a good idea.
He did last time as Zeka. His development from what was known as a fluke, you know, that DRX road run, it was magical while it was happening. But the fact that now he is the mid laner that he is with a crazy champion full, Viper and the like, the pro talent, always looking giddy. Got to play some fun stuff today as well.
He certainly did. I think his game 1 from Delight wasn't exactly the greatest, but every other game this tournament, Delight has been unbelievably good.
I mean, it's just been such a pleasure watching HLE throughout this event, bringing out all kinds of different picks. We got to see Zed, we got to see Vladimir, we got to see Kale, we got to see Set Support, we got to see Quinn Top. We saw so many unique picks brought out and played to the highest level possible. It is just so much fun to watch these guys play. They truly are masters of their craft, seem to be able to play each and every single style that there is. And it's just something for everyone else to aspire to and for everyone else to be pretty scared of going into the rest of the year and these upcoming internationals.
Well, the thing is, and now everything is fearless. So I think you were watching before and you were like, oh yeah, but like we don't have to be this good in fearless because it's going back to like regular League of Legends after this. Not anymore. We are fearless forever. And taking on HLE in a format like this is something that only D+ Kia not too worried about as far as our league is concerned, because they also did pretty well in the format. But HLE certainly setting the bar pretty high for not only the LCK teams, but teams across the world.
As some more fan signs we get to see here. A classic. Hanwha Life.
The 4D signs.
Oh yeah, yeah. Really stepping it up here.
끝까지 가면 우리가 이긴댔지.
It's going to open it up, and out come the needles as they chip away at that front line. Hanwha Life Esports looks like they have finally done it.
Zeka, he's just always biding his time.
그런데
제우스를
제가 좀 위험하긴 하거든요.
제우스가
위험한 거예요?
제우스 이거 드리블 되나요?
위험한 거예요? 제우스 안 위험한 것 같은데요? 제우스 안 위험하네요. 제우스는 위험하지 않습니다. 하나 생명.
It's happening, Zed! Yes!
What in the... Yo, stats team, give it.
Zed, though, still going to put on that pressure. The Ignite is coming in. Zeka, one last auto. Doesn't need it. A super dominance game from Hanwha Esports as they continue.
But Viper and Peanut are going forward. It's so many kills for Viper. There's no hope for KC and HLE. Bury him in the bot lane. I feel like that guarantees them moving on to the bracket stage now.
Kill goes the way of HLE. Zeka crushing the fight. It's HLE working their magic time and time and time again. Can they get something back here? It's Zeus. Of course it's him, the Thunder God himself. HLE will not be stopped. Will march towards the finals.
여러분 큰 박수만 축원합니다. 한화생명 e스포츠입니다. 그 데미지로 하면 이거 변신으로 살아갑니다. 한화생명 맛부활. 예, 국제대회 우리도 우승해야겠거든. 그럼 막으면서 1대1이 됐습니다. 아, 1레벨 지렸다.
나이스.
하하하하.